West, y'all.
Theo, brother, welcome to the show, man.
Oh, thank you for having me. But it's still buzzing out being here. Eh? It's like because you can watch your stuff. I've seen some of your stuff on social media as well, and all you see is like what the camera sees.
Yeah.
And then I get here and it's still there's like his battle ropes behind me, and his kid just came over and was like, "Oh, Mum wants you." Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a homely kind of studio feel here, you know?
It's mean.
Yeah,
It makes sense now that I'm here. Like, I don't know why I thought it was anything else.
Thank you for those words, because I reckon, like, because you go every day, you wake up in the morning, you go to work, and you see the real deal.
Yeah, bro.
The real studios and all that,
bro.
you know?
Yeah, like on the set, because like us, like you, all you see is what's in front of the camera, but they pan 1 inch up scaffolding.
Oh,
Someone
okay.
put like a baby on the top there as
Yeah.
a joke, all the lights and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's buzzy.
Yeah, because I think it's filmmaking, eh? Like, because I remember watching the making of the movie Halloween, you know, the old
Michael Myers
old
one.
Michael Myers movie, the first one. But they had this old house, so that's a film. But that it was the old house, but to make it look new,
Yeah.
because it was shot in the past.
Oh, okay.
So they only
Okay.
they only tidied up the bits that the camera's gonna see.
Yeah, that's it.
But they never did the rest of the house because
Wait.
it's a bit of a waste of time, eh?
Yeah, that's it. And honestly, people in the film industry are the laziest mother effers in the world. If they don't need to do it, they're not going to do it. If they can reuse one extra for all of everything, they will. They'll cut costs anywhere.
Oh wow, yeah. It must be a fun industry to be in, eh? Like as an actor, like how much of the background do you get involved with, like with the crew and all that kind of stuff? Or
Creatively, like especially with the gig I'm on now on Shorties, I've been there coming up to 2 years now. So now I'm like heavily involved in what my character does now. You know, if a storyline comes up and I'm like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that, I'll speak up. But,
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, bro.
okay.
Yeah, bro. But I mean, when I first jumped on the show, just, you know, if they told me to button up my shirt, yeah, button up. If they told me it was sunny outside, yeah, sunny outside. But in terms of the crew and stuff, everyone gets along there, eh? Like with all the parties that get thrown, so the cast and the crew, and even like the higher ups, like HR are there too, and everyone's boys there.
So it's a destination hangar across the road, is it?
The old
hangar bar?
We don't talk about that. That's the after 9 p.m. podcast.
True, man.
Yeah, bro.
But no, it's because I was gonna say like, you know how you said you can like sort of like speak up about your character, because obviously you got to read the script and you know what your character is in the show, and then how much of your creativeness comes out when it comes to something you don't agree with, and how does that process work? Because I always thought that the director's like, nah, that's it, or the screenwriter's like, nah, this is how you want it, like.
So I can only judge off my experience with Shorty because this is like the biggest gig I've done.
Yeah.
But the writers I reckon are at the top of the pyramid. Like, you don't go at least here, you don't go through the directors to change stuff. If you really feel passionate about a change, then you go to the writers, because they write maybe like 3 months in advance, and then we get a storyline maybe 1 month out. So by the time you complain about it, they've already written all the stuff after it. So it's hard for them to change it.
All right.
But there is license for us as actors to go, oh, you know, my character has been with this person for ages, and, you know, it's getting a bit boring now. What do you reckon you can do for the uso over here, man?
Yeah, can I play up?
Yeah,
Can I play up a bit?
Can I be the naughty boy? Because I want, you know, can I? Nah.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. So you go straight to the writers. Wouldn't one of those writers be Suli?
Bro, yeah. Absolutely. You know the bro, yeah.
Because he came on the podcast.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, far out. He's the man, eh?
Yeah, he's the man.
So,
yeah.
I think Sully was one of the, because so they have the storyliners, and I don't know if he spoke about that, but there's a table where they just storyboard the stories, and then they have the dialogue writers, and that's who they send the storyboarding out to. And Sully's worked on both, but Sully, he's he's the man. He's actually the reason why I think my character exists on Shortland Street.
Oh,
like he's the one who created my character and like kind of his whole backstory. Because originally my character Vili was supposed to be a Tongan dude. Was supposed to be Viliami. And then obviously they auditioned everyone, and they saw me, and they were like, oh, maybe we'll just get this dude. And then my first day on set, they were like, "Oh, you're Samoan, eh?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not Tongan." So we ended up kind of retconning the character to be Samoan.
Oh.
But then that's like and at the time, there's this whole other convo about like, Tongans should play Tongans and Samoans should play Samoans.
Right.
But Suli's one of those dudes who's like, "Oh man, like, if you're good enough for it, yeah, gee, we can work around you."
I think he spoke of that kind of thing because he is Tongan, so it
Yeah.
makes sense he'll write
Yeah.
for a Tongan.
Yeah, bro.
But you've been an actor. I don't know they would care that much. Like you look like Islander. Like every Islander is going to be Tongan or Samoan.
Well, that's I think pop culture is like America leads the way when it comes to that, in my opinion. And you know how they want like Hispanics to play Hispanics and African Americans to be African Americans, and I think us Polynesians, how we kind of mimicked. Like the Polynesian Panthers was mimicked after the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
I think we kind of followed their way of doing things. And so when we hear that, we go, "Oh, well, yeah, Samoans need to play Samoans and Tongans." But I think, as Pacifica people, I think it's okay to play the other thing because it's about culture. And I think Denzel Washington, I don't know if he did an interview about culture, and he said like, race is one thing and it's important. Race is like, race can be the color of your skin or your whatever dialect you speak, but culture is like, what it means when you wake up, when you're young and you wake up on a Saturday morning and there's Samoan music playing and your mum is out singing along to it. You know what that means, eh?
Yeah.
You means you're going to clean up for the whole day. Like to me, that's what culture is, and anybody can know what that is.
Yeah. So as long as you know that, then it's fine. You
Yeah,
reckon?
I think if you know it and you give it the respect it needs, then I think it's fine within that context. Like obviously I wouldn't get Ron Williams to play Viliami To'a. That's a bit out there, but nah, man. And it's still happening now. Like you got Tongans playing Samoans, you got Cook Islanders playing Tongans. Like it's pretty common.
And I guess being Shortland Street, it's an ongoing part. So you're going to be in that role for a long time. So it's like it makes sense to make your character Samoan because you are Samoan.
Yeah.
Because it's a long part, it's going to be like the back of your hand.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, because I'm there 5 days a week. Like I'm probably gonna be Tongan in real life if I'm rocking up to work trying to play this Tongan dude. But no, yeah, shout out to Suli for being open about that and giving me some money and getting me employed, because at the end of the day, it's gonna keep my lights on at home.
Yeah. So how long have you been on that show? Because I gotta be honest, I don't watch Shortland Street anymore.
Why not?
I used to watch it ages ago with my girlfriend at the time because she loved it. So if she loved it, then I have to watch it.
Yeah.
And then it was one of those shows where you just watch it and you just can't take your eyes off it. And it got to the point where if I missed the episode a day, I'll watch the omnibus on
good on you.
in the weekend, you know.
Bro.
But that was back when I think Chris Warner just came back.
Oh yeah, like in the 90s. Or like
oh
early
no, he was
2000s
there
or something.
Nah, it would have been 2000, maybe 2005, 2006. That time, around that time, yeah. But yeah, that was ages ago.
Oh, it's come a long way since then. Like even the way it's shot now. I don't know if you've seen.
Oh man, I've seen it because my friend I do MC out the clip with.
Oh yeah,
Liddy, he's a big Shortland Street fan.
Is
He watches it still.
Shout out.
And he was telling me, Kans, you should watch it because like it's different. It's different. I don't know. I can't explain it. The camera angles and all that.
Yeah, bro.
But you should watch it. Bro, I turned it on and it's like cinematic.
Yeah,
all
bro.
All of a sudden.
Hey, Netflix is out there doing their thing. Hulu's out there. TVNZ's. They're coming up.
So when did that happen?
Well, I think
Because were you there at the time when they changed the cinematography and all
no,
that?
I came in the middle of it. Like I think, and it is to do with like Netflix and HBO Max and all that stuff, and us having to compete with them because we're kind of in this. I guess we're in this new age of media. Right? Like people are doing podcasts in their garage now, and nobody's really watching TV anymore. Channel 2, Channel 3, so they're trying to get eyes on the product. So whether that's bigger budget for special effects or the camera lighting and the different camera angles they can use. They're just trying to retain their audience.
Yeah. It seems to me they're spending a bit more money, on it.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I see the dolly shots and the
Yep,
and the panning and the drone.
50 frames now. Hey, Hey.
And the lighting is different. It's darker a little bit.
Yeah,
Like, you know, it's
yeah.
the tone of it.
Yeah, well, that's what the darker lighting is because they want to kind of hit that mature audience, I want to say.
Right. It looks movie-esque.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And because this year in particular, when we came back from the Christmas break, there were, I think TVNZ gave South Pacific Pictures, who produces Shortland Street, they gave them a bit more money so that those first 2 weeks back looked even more cinematic. So, you know, you had the dolly shots and you had like the Hitchcock zooms go in and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But then it died off a little bit because they were like, you guys are spending too much of our money. We need to make other stuff. But yeah, production value was big now.
Because I know how like Hollywood do it, like with HBO. Like if they got a series like take Game of Thrones, for example.
Yeah.
Like they've got this season, whatever it is, mapped out. So they got the episodes mapped out. Okay, we're gonna put more money in this war because
That's how they do it, eh?
Like, the first episode needs to be a banger.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put here's the money on
Yeah.
that one to just attract people.
Yeah.
And then the second, third, we can just skip
Can
them.
afford to drop off.
Drop off a
they're
little
here.
bit, just bring the story up,
True.
and then when we go to the finale, we'll pour some more money in
Yeah,
for the big
yeah.
war or whatever
Yeah.
it is. So it's pretty strategic when it comes to putting money into which episode to use and all that kind of stuff. Eh?
I never got into Game of Thrones, but I heard about that last season, eh?
Oh.
Hey.
It's funny, Game of Thrones, because you know you didn't watch it, but during the time, so you couldn't even close your eyes and can't see it, like, or close your ears and can't hear it because it's everywhere.
Trying
People
to go
talking about
bowling on Queen Street and there's a big throne, in the middle of Aotea Centre. Yeah,
Everybody's
you're right.
talking about it.
bro.
Social media's blasting it. It's like, and then you're right, man. The last episode, and then dead. Then all of a sudden dead. Like you didn't even hear of it. No one talks about it anymore.
Yeah.
That's how disappointing it was, man.
Far
you know,
out.
and it's like, what happened to all the hype and all that? It's like,
Do you know how they have that new the prequel out there, the prequel series? What was that one called?
the dragon or something.
Dragon. Do you reckon was that greenlit before that last season happened, or do you think that's them going, guys? We stuffed up that last season. We need to make up for that. We need to do something good now.
Well, the problem with the last season, at least the last 2 episodes or 3 episodes, or whatever the last season, that they had to make it up on the spot because the guy never finished the book.
Right, because he was still writing
he was
them.
still writing, yeah.
That's right.
So they already caught up to where he was. So they need to finish the story, right?
Oh.
So they had to go ahead and just do it
Try and
themselves.
do their own stuff.
Yeah. But it's not necessarily what the writer had in mind for the ending.
Yeah.
But the dragon one, I forgot the name of it. Oh, Year of the Dragon.
It is. Yeah.
Something of the Dragon. That is the actual book.
Okay.
Prequel book that's in the series of books.
Okay.
So they're doing it to the book. So
yeah.
So I think it's gonna be.
It'll be good then.
It'll be good.
Safe.
Yeah, it'll be safe. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So it was a funny time because they were up against Lord of the Rings because they came on same time.
Oh, true. The original Game of Thrones or the
No, the Dragon one.
Right.
Because the Dragon one came out on HBO, which is Neon, which is Sky, and then Amazon brought out
Right.
They brought out the Power of the Rings, which was filmed here. So they were sort of like going head to head, you know.
Did you watch that Power of the Rings?
I watched the first episode and
Me too.
didn't really like
I was
it.
like, so what happened to the whole 500 million you guys spent on?
or I
whatever.
heard about that. It's 350 million.
Yeah.
The series, eh?
The most expensive series ever, eh? Far out. It would have been good for like our economy and our talent, but you watch it back and you go, sorry guys.
Yeah.
I remember when that they started auditioning here, eh? Like every Tom, Dick and Harry was getting an audition for that, eh? And I remember that made me hate acting, going to those auditions, eh? Because I remember they did all the lead roles first, and you go in and they're like, can you just do the audition in RP accent, which is
What's that?
Received pronunciation. So you talk like this and you pronounce all the consonants in your words, so that it's not a British accent, but it can pass as one.
Right.
Just to how those little Middle Earth people talk. And they're like, do the scene. And you go in and you go, get down from the ledge, squire. You're like, how's that, boss? And he's like, we'll see you. We'll keep in touch. And you go away, go back to my cafe work, get a call the next week. Hey, Theo, there's a supporting role they want you to audition for. Go, they want you to do an Irish accent. Totally. I never done any European accents ever. Rock up to the audition. Gets down, Squire, from the ledge. But I swear, I look at the casting director and he goes like this. I was like, just go, gapping out. Next week, Theo, there's a small bit scene they want you to go for. And the character is just, he's only in for that one scene and he's got one line and they're auditioning it off. And the line was like, step back from the rock or something. And I do it. And he goes, yeah, man, fast, let's try an Irish accent. Step back from the rock. And he's like, okay. Do you want to try it? At this point, I'm fed up. And he's like, do you want to try in a Scottish accent now? And in my head, I'm like, also, I don't even want to do it in my own accent, let alone that. So I'm just going to head out. Bro, that Lord of the Rings that made me go, fuck, you're ghetto at this job, eh? I got to swear on this?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Sure.
But man, that auditioning like process must be hell, because I hear a lot of stories.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, man, like the constant like going back and forth, eh?
Yeah, bro. You hear more no's than you'll ever hear yes.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
And it's a fine line because depends on the type of person you are. Like some people like to go in and when they get a no, they can brush it off. I'm the opposite of that. If you tell me no, I'm gonna take that like personally to the point where it might sound unhealthy, but I take it personally to the point where I go, I'll show you. Then like, I'll come back better. Yeah, bro. And you know, like, have you ever seen The Last Dance? You know,
Dance.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
bro. You know how he does that whole thing, where that guy said the guy said something bad about him,
but he didn't.
And he didn't, bro. That's me, G. Like,
but he just did it for him, mate.
For me, yeah. So I get like I'm in life now, and I'm trying to like make up stuff, to go. Oh yeah, you see, oh yeah. Like I'm a huge Marvel fan, like Avengers fan, and it's not everybody's favorite, but my favorite superhero is Captain America. And every year, without fail, I will wish Chris Evans a happy birthday on my Instagram.
Oh yeah,
yeah, bro. And bro, one time I don't even know who it was, just someone who follows me, reacted it. And I was like, oh, yeah. Okay, you wait till I am in that movie with Chris Evans and I'm going to make sure I come to your house also, sleep with one eye open. Yeah, bro.
Wow. You know the story about Captain America?
Yo.
Like, it's cool that you're a Marvel fan because I used to collect Marvel comics when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And, man, it's cool seeing these movies coming out now.
Yeah.
But I wish they were out when I was a kid, you know?
Yeah, that's right, eh? Oh, you
because I had the low budget Spider-Mans and all that back in those days. Wow, it was like those TV show ones.
There are those ones, eh? Like like even like a Fantastic Four that was made for TV. Yeah, bro.
And Incredible Hulk, the TV one.
Bro. The Lou Ferrigno one, eh? When they had to use the real bodybuilder.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the movies? Did you get into the whole Marvel saga, like, you know, the Infinity Wars and all of that? And
I sort of stopped going after Loki.
Oh, the series.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was phase 4 or phase 5 or whatever it was. Like, I followed it all until the end of Endgame.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next phase happened and I was like, okay, you know, Steve Rogers is old man now and I think the Falcon's going to be the new Captain America. Yeah. So I was just following that for a little bit and then sort of like stopped. Yeah. But I think, I'm into Star Wars too, so I'm getting into all that.
Oh, you're a Star Wars boy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just Star Wars. I love it, eh?
When did that come out? Like,
what, the original?
Yeah, like the original, like
78.
78.
78, yeah.
When you saw that, what was going through your head? Because that would have been like a milestone for cinema, eh? Like, I don't think anything like that had come out before.
Well, I was born 78, so that's when I was born.
Oh, okay.
So the stories I heard was funny because I remember I had an old boss, and he told me when he was a teenager, or when he was, I think at university, he went to watch Star Wars in 78, and he just said, like, him and his friends, they were drunk, and then they were at the movies, and the first scene in Star Wars when the
credits, eh? Oh,
the starship.
Oh, okay.
It comes overhead, like everyone was in the theater going, yeah, that kind of stuff. So it was like, but the culture around Star Wars is massive. You know, it's funny how, you know, someone like George Lucas can make Star Wars, and he probably didn't even know how big it was going to be even now. Because they just finished the Star Wars celebrations, or they're still going in London.
Oh yeah.
It's like a 5-day event where they have people from the shows come and talk, and got a big massive crowd, and the day of the lightsabers and all that.
Yeah. I love that kind of stuff. I love that stuff.
And the cosplay kind of stuff. Yeah. So Disney, they have like the Star Wars celebration every year, just to show the new the new trailers and what's going to come out. It's massive, eh?
Yeah, bro.
It's massive.
Who would you say is the more toxic fandom? You know, the Marvel fanboys or the Star Wars fanboys?
I reckon Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
Could be because I see a lot of them.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, I don't watch Star Wars stuff, but when Marvel releases a stink project, Marvel fans will go, "Oh, it's all good. It's the next one." Bro, when Star Wars released a stink project, these fans, they let you know.
Oh, they will let you know. Because I'm not a really big fan of the prequels, the George Lucas ones when he did Phantom Menace.
Oh, okay.
And those other 3.
Are those called the prequels, eh?
Yeah.
What those are labeled as?
Yeah, they weren't really good. And then even the new ones, the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, those weren't really good either. So I think the best one now has to be those in between movies they make, like Rogue One.
Oh,
Rogue One is, man.
What does that mean?
That's mean. Like the best ever Star Wars movie is Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best ever one.
Oh, okay.
And then they sort of haven't gone back to that height yet until Rogue One. Rogue One's just near Empire Strikes Back. It's just badass. And then the show on now, The Mandalorian. Yeah,
What does that mean?
That's really good too.
What about how do you feel about the Usos show? Good old Tim, little Boba Fett.
And Boba Fett.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched that.
It's good.
Wasn't that great?
Oh, hey. He made money. Assuming he made that Disney money, eh? So he
Man.
put some money in the bank.
The story wasn't great, I think. I think they went in the direction where it didn't really... Because it took the aura out of that character.
Yeah.
Boba Fett. Because in the original Star Wars, he's like a bit character, but he's badass.
Yeah.
Like he's only small parts in Empire Strikes Back, in small part in Return of the Jedi, but he's cool. He's so cool that when he died, it's like all the fans just remember him.
Yeah.
Like he's the best character that didn't say anything and was only on for like 10 minutes, you know? Because he had a power pack on and he flies around and he's a bounty hunter.
Right. So he died and then they bring him back.
They bring him back,
Like,
in,
back to life.
when they had Tim come. Yeah.
That's how you know when your franchise is dead, eh? If you have to resurrect a character, Fast and the Furious franchise, then you gotta keep it there. What about Fast and the Furious? Eh? What are they up to now?
Man,
10.
I can't stand that franchise, man.
Do you know what? They're gonna time travel back to the dinosaurs soon and have a race the pterodactyls in the sky or something, man.
I don't know, man. That's just crazy. It's like too crazy.
Yeah, bro.
You know, like when that scene when I think it was Ludacris in the car in space, driving in space. What the hell? what do you call that? What? Driving in car in space,
bro. And that was a joke. Eh? People were joking like, bro, we're gonna see them in space soon. I lay law. The car was in space.
Man, I think it went downhill for me when the first time The Rock he came on.
Yeah.
And that scene when they have a car chase on the ice, and there's a submarine and it fired a missile underneath the ice, and the Rock comes and puts his hand on the car and diverts the missile the other way.
That's what The Rock does. Bro, that franchise, they will do everything but race cars, eh?
Oh, man.
They will never be called racing cars.
Now, when did it become an action movie?
God, good question. Do you know what? I reckon it was like Fast 5, eh? Is when remember when they stole the bank machine and they were driving it?
Oh, yeah.
when the Uso came in. Far out.
It didn't turn into a big action movie.
The Rock's copping some flack right now, eh?
How come?
Because you know how he played Black Adam, and that movie that bombed, that bombed. And then now that whole kind of DC EU universe is being scrapped, eh? And everyone's saying it's because he tried to picture that Shazam or his Black Adam should be like the Superman and he should be the main character, and
Shazam not.
Yeah, and James Gunn was like, get out of here, don't do that.
Because now DC Studios is now hired James Gunn. Now they're trying to trying to go head to head with Marvel
With
Studios
Marvel,
now, because just face it, DC hasn't been doing well
Nah, bro.
in the movies.
Nah, bro.
Like,
No
way, man.
But in saying that, now is the time to try and dethrone Marvel because the stuff they're putting out isn't any
Yeah, that's
better.
right. That's right.
Bro, you didn't watch Thor, I'm assuming, eh? Love
I
and
watched
Thunder?
it wasn't as good as the first one.
Far out.
And it's funny because I think Kathleen Kennedy, she hired Taika to do a Star Wars movie.
Oh, yeah.
But I think after Love and Thunder, she was like having second thoughts.
Hey, keep you lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
far out.
But I think he's still going to do one, but not the next 3 they're going to do. Maybe one in the future. But
Because he did some of the Mandalorian episodes?
yeah, he did Mandalorian
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
Yeah. I think he did 2.
Oh, yeah.
But he did the last episode on season 1, which was the best best episode in the whole.
Sharp.
Because
Because his style is so distinctive, eh? Like, if you catch one of his frames, you can go, oh, yeah, that's a Taika thing. Did you feel that when you watched his Mandalorian episodes?
I get his dialogue like that. That's the way I can know it's him.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the camera shots or stuff like that. Like I haven't sussed them out there yet. But when it comes to the dialogue and the comedy, that's distinctive
That's
for me.
him, eh? Yeah. And you saw some of that in Mandalorian?
Yeah,
Oh, true.
they've got one of the funniest scenes in the beginning.
Oh, sharp.
The dialogue is just it's 100% like his comedy in that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man, it just comes through like
Man.
that.
He's just they've just put a release date for Nick Skull Wins, eh? Did you see that? Did you hear about?
Yeah, that's about the Samoan soccer
Yeah,
team.
bro. Yeah.
Did they actually make? Oh, they were going for the World Cup, eh?
I think so. And then they lost, like 40-0 or
Oh.
something to Oz. but they scored 1 goal. And
Oh,
I
okay.
think the movie's probably going to be about that 1 goal that they scored.
Right. Yeah.
He's really good at that kind of story, eh? Like the underdog story.
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't. I thought his movie, the one with the Nazi Germany one, is a rabbit.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I like that movie, but I just thought it came out at the wrong time. Cause
Oh, how do you mean? What do you mean?
Like-
Wrong time?
like that whole stuff about World War II. I think there was a time for it. I think it's getting
Past.
old now. It's past now.
It's a tried trope. It's
Yeah,
like one of
yeah.
those.
Yeah, it's kind of like because it's so depressing.
Yeah.
You know, I think Saving Private Ryan came out. That was badass.
Yeah, bro.
Then the Band of Brothers and all that kind of stuff, and then and then you got these other World War II movies, and it's got to start to get same old. You know, getting depressing and all that kind of stuff. And then the latest one that came out, like Dunkirk, was a good movie, but then it's sort of like
Yeah.
it kind of like for me anyway. It kind of like
I see
man,
what you
I
mean.
don't want to see.
Yeah.
I'm sick of not sick, but just too much of the.
Yeah. And they're trying. I guess they're trying to get these these good filmmakers to put their spin on the war, eh? And
That's right.
like Dunkirk was all about like the sound and the big
bro,
skates and
that was the sound was mean.
yeah, bro.
Like the whole because I saw the making of it
Oh yeah.
and how he wanted us to feel when we hear the sound. Like it's that ticking sound there.
Yeah.
That starts off small
yeah,
and then gets faster and louder.
Yeah, bro.
And it gives you that tension, eh? And it's like fuck, man. Like that's the first time like sound like I thought the just watching scenes would get you hyped there, but then the sound will make you. Wow, it's like that's a different experience there.
Did you ever watch the new Top Gun? Did you see that?
Yeah, I watched the new Top Gun.
Did you watch that at the cinema?
No, I watched it on
Bro, how
at
good
TV.
was that?
But it was good. It was good. I was kind of surprised when people said it was good.
Yeah.
Because when I heard it was coming out, I was like, oh yeah, what
Cash grab, eh?
Yeah,
Like, they're
cash
just
grab
trying
and
to
all
catch
that.
'em, nostalgia, yeah.
But then now it was exciting, eh?
Yeah, bro.
It was pretty good, eh?
Yeah, bro.
It was
I
good.
loved it. I didn't watch the original, but when I saw that, I was like, I want to do those kind of movies, eh? Like, just like the American action movie, eh? That it's not trying to win awards. It's not trying to, make you feel a certain way. You just go in and you come out. You go
For the experience, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
100%. The sound, the visuals, Tom Cruise.
Oh mate, bro.
He's a dying he's a dying species, eh? Like there's not many Tom Cruises left. Tom Cruise,
Brad Pitt,
Brad Pitt,
yeah.
the GOAT in my opinion.
Denzel maybe.
Denzel. Yeah,
Denzel's a black version of those guys, eh?
yeah,
Like
and,
just
and,
the longevity.
yeah, and a better actor, and
Yeah. But Tom Cruise, man, how he's still looking like he's 28 and still going. He's like 60.
that Church of
Wow.
Scientology, eh? That's what you gotta nah. Gotta get you
Probably
some
doing
of
something,
that.
eh? Doing something. It's funny because I listen to a lot of podcasts about Hollywood and that, and a lot of people say he's weird
Oh yeah,
in real life. Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, eh?
Yeah, he's like kind of like awkward
Yeah,
kind of guy. Like he's like a guy he's like a guy that doesn't have life skills,
right.
but just movies, and that's all.
he knows.
That's
eh?
all he knows. And
Just
when it comes to like
Real life.
real life stuff, he's like
Conversations.
he's odd,
Mm.
and they talk to him, and it's a weird conversation.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I wonder. I guess as an actor, it's like, it's actually, I speak from experience. Even now, I'm kind of nervous because just so used to playing someone else, say being someone else for a long time that, you know, when you take off that costume, when you put that mask away, now I feel naked and, oh, is he going to judge me? Or, you know, normally I'm used to the director coming up to my character and going, can you change that? But you walk around in life and someone says they don't like you. They don't like you.
so when I told you that, there's a like thing for actors. Then it could be a psychological
I mean, it could
Thing.
be. I think he's
like doing it for so long that it might affect you.
yeah. I
like,
mean,
his
he
mental
might
health maybe.
he
I
might
don't know.
be an anomaly because he's like super famous. Eh? Like I think
Yeah.
he always has to be on. Like if he's not acting in this role, then he's probably producing this thing. And I wouldn't be surprised if he knows who even he is. Like
But then if you look at like he's not married now, eh? Like,
no,
but he's had all these marriages, eh? So that's like another clue.
yeah,
What kind of guy
yeah,
he is, you
true.
know?
That's true.
Because I think he doesn't even see his daughter, Siri. I think came out in the paper.
That's shocking.
He doesn't see her at all, or something like that. But you know, to me, it just makes sense, kind of thing. Like, yeah, maybe he's that actor guy that in real life he doesn't know, like he doesn't know what to do.
Just a bit weird. Just
Yeah,
a bit
yeah.
awkward. Eh?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because I heard who was making fun of him. I heard a podcast with Jamie Foxx, and he was making fun of Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, Jamie Foxx is the man, eh? Like just can do everything. He can sing, his comedy, his acting.
Who's your favorite actor at the moment? Someone you look up to.
The Captain Tom. That question is like I guess a 3-part answer. Like I do have like the big inspirations, like the Hollywoods, like the Denzels,
Yeah.
like the like Kerry Washington is mean. Brad Pitt is I rate. There's a new actor who's in a bit of trouble right now. His name's Jonathan Majors.
Oh,
I don't know if you know about him. He was in the new Ant-Man movie. He's the African American actor. Played Kang. He's playing Kang the Conqueror.
oh yeah, no,
That
yeah,
guy?
yeah.
Amazing actor.
He was on Creed.
Yeah, the latest,
Yeah.
the dude in that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that dude. I loved his work, but
Oh, what's wrong with him though?
he got arrested for
damn.
domestic abuse,
Oh, yeah.
allegedly,
Damn.
and his attorney has come out and said, "We have evidence to, dispute the claims against him." So
Yeah.
they seem pretty confident that
Yeah,
he'll become free of those charges. But nowadays, it's
you get blacklisted. For
yeah,
that
bro.
kind of thing,
Yeah, like even if he's innocent, when you Google his name, it's domestic abuse is at the top of it, and that's it's a weird time for that day because in the media now it's like it's not about being right anymore. It's just about being first. It's like just get the headline out there, get them, and we'll backtrack and fix it later. But anyway, I used to really love him, but have to put him on ice for now because I might get cancelled. Hey,
Are you worried about all that kind of stuff? The way society's going, man, it's like cancel culture. You can't really say stuff
Yeah,
that
bro.
you offend people. You can't be too political.
Yeah, yeah.
And like we were talking about before we jumped on the mics, the advertising.
yeah, bro.
When we were talking about the difference between podcast and radio, you can't really say stuff because of advertising.
Yeah,
The big dogs are paying the big money,
bro.
and like you can't upset them.
Yeah,
Like Israel Folau can't upset Qantas.
yeah, yeah.
And he got kicked out of rugby because of that.
Yeah, bro, that was massive, eh? That was the most divisive thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, it's when these corporations adopt all these things, the PC stuff on. They put it in their policies of their company now.
Yeah, that's right. And the Sea Eagles went through the same thing. The Manly Sea Eagles. Yeah, that's right. That was buzzy. I'll be honest. And like to answer your question, am I scared of that stuff?
Yeah.
I think I am, but I'm only now, like maybe in the past year, am I starting to go to have opinions about stuff? Am I starting to go, you know what, I can back this opinion. I don't have to be on the fence anymore, because that's where you have those. That's where those combos come up, is when one person all the way on this side and one person all the way on this side, they talk, and then it's that middle part that you go, oh yeah, maybe that's where we need to be.
Yeah. Especially if you've been an actor.
Yeah, bro.
Because you're in the public eye. You're on TV, thousands of people see you, and with your work, it's like you don't want to say anything that messes up your money.
Yeah.
The guy,
100%.
And that sucks, man.
Yeah, bro.
And like if you've got a real big opinion on something, and you want to say something but you can't because
they've got your contract here with the lighter going, go, I dare you to also, go on. My kid's at home crying on the... Nah.
I'll never... Man, to me, that is... It's a bad thing.
I think so too.
Like, man, I think 20 years ago, we'll never think that. People can say what they want.
We didn't think that. Like, the stuff that was being produced and made, it was like, you couldn't get away with anything today.
Now it's... you got to walk on your tiptoes sometimes, But for you, being an actor and being in the public eye, you're right, man. Like, if you're saying you're scared of that kind of stuff, that means that it's all around you.
Yeah.
And your colleagues as well. Like, this is like a conversation you guys have, like you actors have.
It's like, and I'm gonna praise actors a little bit. I think actors are pretty progressive. I think our job is to be in other people's shoes. Our currency as actors is empathy. So like, I need to know how you feel in order to play this character. So I think we do have these conversations, but it's just in us to be PC. Like, it's in us to go, wave the flag of champion any cause. Hey. Yeah, bro. It's not hard to be a decent person, but there's always that flag in your head, when you think of saying something, and then you go, ooh, probably shouldn't say that out loud. But then I'll be in my dressing room with my roommate, who I won't name, and then we'll just be joking about the dumbest stuff, about like quite sensitive topics. It's almost like if you press record on your phone and just put it in between you and your mate, everyone's getting cancelled.
All right.
Nobody is clean in this world, also, far out.
Yeah, it must be interesting, But so you've got this full-time job now at Shortland Street. Like, what was it like for you before that? Like, being an actor and trying to get your way into work and the auditions, and how hard is that for any actor starting out?
To answer your question, it's very hard. It's and at the time it was like in these past 3 or 4 years, or how many years it's been, it was COVID too, so it was like made extra hard to get a job in the arts. But I trained in theatre. I came through massive theatre company. Dom, who I had on the show, he's done a lot of work with them. Bill Laquale's done a lot of work with them. So all of my training was in theatre, and I started with them back in 2010 when I was year 9 in high school, and just trained with them for ages, all the way. Even now, I still rock up and do workshops with them. But I did those. I did my first professional show with them, and that kind of got me an agent who I'm with now, and she's the one who sends me out to auditions and stuff. But when I told myself, like, is it going to be uni or is it going to be this acting thing? When you choose the acting thing, like, you're never going to be in a consistent job ever. So I was just working in a cafe, out in Cream Cafe in Manukau. Shout out Cream Cafe in Manukau. Yo, let's go. So I was just working there whenever an audition will pop up. Hey boss, can I please go to the audition 30 minutes, dip out, go to the audition, go back to work. So it was hard, and I didn't get Shorty until 2021. So that was maybe 6 years into my professional career.
Was it off back of just the audition you did?
Yeah, bro. Just
you
rocking
got
up.
it, yeah.
And when you read, like, because they always send you a brief of the character that you're auditioning for. And I remember when they first sent out the brief for my character, and it was Viliami To'a, Tongan, late 30s to 40s, has a nephew, ex-NRL player. And I read it, and I was like, yes. I'll just go anyway. Then I go do the audition, didn't think anything of it because I didn't fit the description. Auditioned on the Wednesday, did a callback on the Thursday, and then was cast on the Friday to start work on the Monday. So like,
all right, so it's pretty much straight away.
bro, I went making coffees and serving cakes and scones to being on primetime television in like 4 days, bro. That was mean.
Yeah.
It's buzzy. It's still buzzy being there, eh? Like, walk past Michael Galvin, who plays Chris Warner, and having a chat with him about Fiji Hour Crumble and who I'm going to pick to win the Super Rugby this weekend. It's like, it's buzzy, eh?
Yeah.
I remember my first day there, eh? It's my first ever scene. We walk onto the set, and it's Ben Mitchell, who plays TK, Sally Martin, who plays Nurse Nicole, and Nicole Whippy, who plays Cece, and I'm standing on the other side of the bed, and I'm just there like, what the gifts am I doing here, man? What the hell? But then also in the same breath going, that Michael Jordan mentality, going, no, fuck that, I deserve to be here. Like, you just wait. I've got a chip on my shoulder, you just wait. And then 2 years later, I'm in this garage doing a podcast talking about it. Bro, it's funny how that works out, eh?
Shucks, so on your first day, was that rehearsal? You just go through the script yourself, and you just rehearse the scenes, and then when do you shoot the scenes? The same day?
No, so normally, there's there's three things there right now. They have rehearsals, they have shooting, and then they have what they call rehearse record. So rehearsals, you'll just go in and just rehearse the scenes, no cameras, nothing. Shooting is when you shoot the scenes you rehearsed the previous day, and then rehearse record is the scenes that they never rehearsed before. You just rock up, have a quick run before you shoot it, and then you shoot it.
Oh,
yeah, it's fuzzy, bro. It's fast there.
So what's the reason for the three things?
So the rehearsals is like for bigger scenes, like maybe there's 5+ characters in the scene, or there might be guest actors come on, so they need to make sure they spend time with them so they know how it looks. And then while that's going on in one studio, they'll normally be shooting a whole bunch of other scenes in the studio next door. And then the rehearse record is the easier stuff you don't need to rehearse, like maybe there's only 2 people in it, or it's only like 1-page scene. Because it's all about time there, eh? Like anything they can do to cut the time down and shoot the stuff faster, they will do that.
And that's why I said it's fast.
Yeah, bro, it's fast.
So is that nothing you've experienced before, the quick pace of it?
Yeah, never. I think it's the fastest producing TV show in the Southern Hemisphere right now. Like they try and get like 20 minutes of footage every day, which is basically an episode.
A day?
A day, bro. A day, yeah.
Does it keep up with... Do they work Saturday and Sunday?
No, we just do Monday to Friday. But we're shooting... So, like, they shoot 10 episodes across 10 working days.
Yeah.
So...
And it's how many months ahead is it when it's on TV?
So, from when we shoot it to when it airs is about maybe 6 weeks right now. Normally, they like to be 10 weeks ahead, but COVID and stuff slowed us down. Right. But yeah, they just like to work fast there. Eh? The thing is, like, as long as your line's right and the lighting behind you is right, they'll buy the scene. So you'll do a get or take, and they'll take it.
Oh, right.
They'll go, your mistakes are gonna make the screen, so come on your A game. But that's what I love about the place, because like any actor in New Zealand on any given day, if we're good enough, anyone can win an Oscar. It's more about like, how good can you be on your average day? Like, how good can you be just turning up now? And that's what that place really trains. It's like,
so yeah, that's like on the job training.
Yeah, because
the fast thing, you make a mistake or what, they're gonna put it anyway. Yeah, it's about speed. That's gonna teach you to do it properly,
to be good, to not be kaya, bro. Honestly, sometimes I'll watch myself on screen and I'm like, how are you not fired? What was that, G? And then like I'll watch a scene and it's stink. I won't watch the show for like a week. I'll wait till like the next storyline rolls around. Yeah, bro.
Oh man. So what's it like seeing yourself on Man, it must be buzzy. Eh?
It's buzzy. At first, it was surreal. Like, at first, every night I would turn it on and I'd just be like, what the hell is going on? But now some actors don't like to watch themselves because it's just a bit awkward. But I like to do a lot of, I know how I want my character to be and what you do on the day and how you feel more times than not, it won't come across on screen.
Right.
So I can do a scene and I can be like, I could be crying and I could be feeling sad. And, on the day I could be like, far out, I did amazing in that. But you'll watch it back and you'll go, it didn't come across how I was feeling in that. So it's like, that's why I watch. I like to see how I read, how I come across. And then I just make the tweaks for when I go into the studio the next day. And
is it weird when maybe your family say, what's wrong? That was really good. Nah.
Bro, the biggest lesson in life, don't take praise from your family. Because they will always blow smoke up your bum, mate. When you do a theatre show and it's your mum and dad in the front row going, that was beautiful, son, cut it out. Look to the person in the back row. Are they still watching or are they on their phone? Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I remember when we first started the podcast, like, I edit the hell out of it. Cut out all the ums, or the ahs, and and cut out the gaps and all the stuttering in that. But then I just gave up because you know what? If you want to get better at it, just leave it, and that's your punishment for doing it.
That's it.
So
that's exactly.
So I left it, and it sometimes sounds awful because I left it in.
Yeah.
Especially with the ums, it just teaches me. Okay. Remember, don't say
Don't say
Don't do those things. Like,
but then also it kind of sounds realer. When you go and stuff, even like overlapping when people talk, like that's pretty natural in life, eh? But always I'm huge on being your own critic and following your tastes, and when if you know that your taste is good or you back your taste, then just watch your stuff back.
So I can see you learn a lot from The Last Dance.
Hey,
Michael Jordan.
That's it, bro. You got it takes you got to be good at your thing and you got to be talented, but sometimes it takes sometimes you have to distort your reality, manipulate yourself just a little bit sometimes, eh?
Because he's a beast, man. And, we all knew he's a beast. We didn't know how he was a beast. And this documentary showed us, eh? The mentality he had to bring. Like, he raised the bar, right? He raised the bar on being the top basketball player, right? It's hard now to see anyone doing what he did. Because if you talk about people looking up to their idols, say you have a mentor or you want to be up there with that guy is, no matter what your job is. I want to be that guy. That guy gave you a blueprint of where to get to his spot. And if you read the blueprint and goes, oh man, nah, I don't want to do all that.
Exactly.
Then you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael Jordan raised the bar on where to be on his level. And that's why he got mad at his teammates. Remember that scene when he was saying he used to bag his teammates in practice?
Yeah, that's right.
And they all hated him.
Right. And they hated him for it.
Yeah.
Far out.
And
he was literally, bro, he was literally like the black Jesus, eh? Because he was telling everyone, I'm the guy, I'm him. And everyone was like, I don't believe you. He was him, eh?
Yeah.
He was him. That's the thing, eh? Like, everyone wants to be the best until they see what it takes. And
see what it takes, and then...
Nah, I'll just be mediocre.
Not everyone can do it, eh? And, but, man, it's crazy, man. Because even Kobe Bryant, when he started coming up, he did the same kind of thing, eh?
Yeah.
But he did it in a way...
Mamba mentality, eh?
His Mamba mentality. And I always thought that he was better than Jordan in that way, because Jordan didn't really tell you how he got there, but Kobe did. And it was scary. Because when Kobe told everyone how to get there, everyone was like, oh, stuff that, I'm not going to do that. The stuff he did to, like, when he lost the game, he used to pay the janitor to stay 2 hours after the game when everything's closed and just pass him the ball so he can shoot. Shoot for another 2 hours after
what he did.
Gone.
He would have, to, like, keep the lights on and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, far out.
Yeah, so every stadium we went to, the janitors, they will love it because they want the Lakers to lose. Because if they lost, he'll pay them to stay behind, so he can just shoot for another 2 hours.
Yeah.
So is that kind of crazy stuff, that no one would really do,
100%. And you're gonna have to do some like
sacrifice.
Sacrifice is the big one, eh? Like cut some people off.
Yeah.
Treat some people some stink ways. Like there's that what's that other, the Redeem team, eh? Did you watch that one? When He tells everyone there, like, I'm running straight through Paul. First play of the game.
Yeah.
This dude, gets the biggest run up, drops the shoulder on him.
Because they're teammates, eh?
Yeah. Like, bro, if you're not willing to do that, then I think you're going to come off third place, fourth place, eh?
Even when they will go out to town after the games, but
he will stay, eh?
he will stay
Yeah.
and he'll be at the gym at 5 a.m. Eh?
Yeah,
and
bro.
then they'll start not going out. They go gym too.
I tell you what, though, like, it is, I guess you have to be okay with being that lonely outlier too, eh? You have to just accept the fact that, you know what, some people are going to hate me. I'm probably going to lose some friends, but I guess it's just up to whoever, to weigh it up. You know, do I want to be the greatest and maybe not have a family? Maybe divorce my wife, Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Or, or do I want to have that life and maybe be okay?
Yeah.
Maybe be fourth best?
Because those are reasons why Kobe was hard out with his family after he were retired. Which is sad.
Of all that time he missed, eh?
Yeah, exactly. All the time he missed. Because now it's sad because he's passed away with his daughter. It was only like 2 years after he retired or something, yeah. But that was because he said, like, his basketball's finished. I'm going to go all in with my family. That's why he's taking his daughters to games and being with the family, like, because he missed all that time.
Yeah.
Because his family allowed them to. They probably had a deal where, like, I need to get to the top, so I can't be here. Like, I gotta work.
Yeah,
put all my energy.
They must have backed him. They must have backed him, eh? They must have been like, you know what? You want to be great? Go and be great.
Yeah, and that must be hard for any wife or something like that, eh? Like any family.
Yeah. Especially in something like as Polynesians, especially something that's not doctor, lawyer, accountant. It must be hard to go. Oh yeah, son. Yeah, you go be an actor. Yeah, follow your dreams, like my mum did, or
Oh, that's the story for Islanders.
Yeah.
Especially now generation. Like that's the only thing our parents knew. Doctor, lawyer, accountant.
Get the piece of paper, please, son, so we can frame it on the wall. So when your auntie comes over, we can tell them we're a better family than them.
Yeah, now you can make money playing games.
Yeah, bro. Exactly.
Playing video games.
Exactly. Doing this, just talking about what we ate for breakfast this morning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, times have changed, eh? Like, even with internet, like with Instagram and, all of these content creators coming out, like, just making a living, just taking a video of themselves,
Yeah.
It's,
yeah, that's right, eh?
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
TikTok,
TikTok, I mean, technology has paved the way for that kind of stuff, eh? Now you don't even know what to do now. 'Cause there's so many things you can make money off or make a living from. It's like you can actually be what you really love to be.
Yeah.
And make a living
That's
from
a
it.
good way of putting it, eh? That's what it is, eh? You can
Yeah.
actually just be whatever you want to be now.
Like, you don't have to just work. You don't have to just be in a job, eh?
Yeah, that's
just to make
right.
money to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Eh?
The thing you love can be the thing that pays the bills now.
You just got to figure out a way. Hey,
That's so true.
you just got to figure out a way.
Yeah, that's why I love seeing like Johnny Tuivasa and them, just post their edit videos, like Ben Mika, all this like photography stuff. Yeah, bro, yeah, that's so true.
Because those guys are passionate about that kind of thing. So they're doing what they love, and they're trying to figure out how to pay the bills.
Yeah,
By doing that, like, I think you don't want to. I think the dream for anyone is to do something every day that they love
yeah,
and still pay the bills.
I agree.
Like, if you're in a job like me,
Well, what do you mind telling us what your job is? What do you do during the
I
day?
work for an architecture firm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, been doing it for.
Yeah. How come you licked your lips when you said that? You were like,
Oh, 'cause-
just waking up. Let's go.
Because of the Gatorade on my lips. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you love that though? Like,
I've been doing it for like 22 years. So I like this better.
yeah,
So see, I'm trying to figure out a way.
to make this the thing, eh?
Trying to figure out a way, and I think that's where people need to be.
Yeah.
I think not be in a job where they start hating it, and next minute they're trapped because that's the only way they can pay the
Yeah.
bills.
That's right.
Like, it's not good to go wake up in the morning and be unhappy and go work unhappy.
That's the worst feeling, when you just have no purpose, You wake up and you're like, how can I get fired today? Or like, I don't need this job really, Yeah, nah, I know exactly.
But but a lot of people are in that situation, and I don't know if it's because of the times. Because I bet you our parents, man, they just grinded
Yeah, bro.
forever. You know, they
Exactly.
can grind forever and don't care. You know, or they care about. You know, it's just a thing they need to do.
Yeah.
And they'll just persevere and just do it. But I think times are changing now. The world around you has changed. Technology is changing, so people are starting to realize they can do something else. You know, it wasn't the thing that they were supposed to do. Maybe. You know, but you're in a good spot where you are doing what you love to do.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, I tried to work hard. Yeah, I paved my way, but I think there was a lot of luck involved, and there was a lot of people. But yeah, there were heaps of people before me who kind of allowed me to do this thing today, and not have a director go, "There's a brown dude on set. Like, watch out!" Like like the Nathaniel Lees, all of those guys who were doing all the work, so that my generation can just walk on anywhere and do the job and do it good.
Because are they stereotyping Pacific Islanders still, or
Are you kidding me, bro? Of course there is, bro. Of course, whether they know it or not, the Islander are still getting cast as the gangster, and like the Indians are still getting cast as the taxi drivers or the dairy owners. Bro, they're still doing that today. They're still telling people to go, oh, can you speak in like the accent, like the Pacifica accent? Like, it'll be really good if you do that.
oh really?
Like, yeah, 2023, bro, they're still doing that.
Like what? Like fresh off the boat?
Yeah,
kinda
like
accent?
Fob. Like,
Oh.
yeah, can you sound like your dad for us?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's weird, man. And I think the worst part about it is some of us are saying yes. Some of us are going, oh yeah, I can do the Fob accent for you. Yeah, all good. Yeah,
Just for the job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And man, so when that kind of things happens, like we need more people on the other side of the camera.
Exactly, bro.
More of our people. Yeah.
Exactly. And we're seeing it a little bit, but not nearly as enough. And I used to feel a type of way about this idea, but now I think, oh yeah, our people need to tell our stories. Because before I was like, no, like anyone can tell our stories as long as we're in front of the camera, it's fine. But nah, gee, like your producer has to be on top of it, And when I say our people, I don't mean like Samoans have to tell Samoan story. Like you just have, whoever's at the top needs to know the culture, like needs to know what the essence of the story is. Not that it's just, this mum and dad came off a boat and now they're in New Zealand. Yeah.
It's those kind of stories that we lack. The New Zealand born stories.
Yeah.
Because we're different to Samoans and Samoa.
100%.
And the whole thing about being Pacifica is about being in New Zealand. Growing up in New Zealand.
And I think that's what it is. It's like the story we're trying to tell isn't necessarily like the Pacifica story. It's the West Auckland story, or like the South Auckland story, and how we were brought up in that realm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's so true. I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah,
Far
because
out.
these Balangis, they go straight to, fresh off the boat styles.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next generation now, we've got our own, we've got our own story.
We have our own stories.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch, there's a doco on YouTube about Tangaroa's first 15? It's called The Blue Wall.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Bro, that's like, to me, that's the essence of, like, Auckland born and raised Pacifica story. Yeah, bro. I gangi during that day. And it's not a sad story. It's like just these young brown boys like
been real way
doing their chip-ins at the end of the day to go down the road to buy the Stars drink and the fish and chips.
See, that kind of thing.
And loving it and going, bro, but they got the strawberry flavor in now. Bro, I watched that. I sent it to all my boys. I was like, guys, we got it. We found the one. We found the series.
Who made that one?
I know NZ Herald produced it, but I'm not sure who the filmmakers were behind it. But it was a doco, so it was it was the boys' stories.
Yeah. Was that the same year they beat Auckland Boys?
Yeah,
Auckland
they
Boys.
beat Auckland Boys that year. They beat St. Kitts that year.
Oh, wow.
They had a good year that year, bro.
Yeah. Shucks.
But you're right, yeah. If I recommend to watch anything, that's like maybe 8-10 minute episodes.
Oh,
It's
right.
beautiful. It's not sad at all, but you will kangi if you when you watch it. Far out.
And that's another thing about New Zealand. Like I see different kind of media bringing out these programs, like internet, like straight on YouTube or those web series.
Yeah, web series is a big one.
Web series. I think there's that Tongan one. There's 2 seasons of it.
Brutal Lives.
Brutal Lives. Yeah.
bro. That one's mean. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. I've watched the
I've
first
seen
season.
the first season.
Yeah.
Mean. Yeah, bro.
And then Sky TV got that had one out, like a horror kind of horror thing. The Tenisa,
Yeah.
That, hey.
Yeah. I think web series is the new short film. Like now, when you have an idea, it used to be I'll write a short film and that's how I'll pitch it. But I think people are just jumping straight to web series now.
So web series, is that straight on YouTube or is that straight off the website?
TVNZ does web series, and I guess it's like what podcasts offer. It's just like a longer form of storytelling, I guess.
Yeah. How much are you into storytelling? Because man, I'm finding it real cool right now. I'm trying to read more stories now.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to write new stories.
Sure.
And stuff like that. Because I'm getting into writing, and I love
What kind of writing? Just like
sports writing.
Oh yeah, like column writing. Or something.
Yeah, like column writing, man. Because
is that what the bro Tim does? Tim, I think his name's Tim Provise.
Oh, Tim Provise,
Is
yeah.
that what he does? Is he just like a presenter, sports presenter?
Yeah, presenter. He's a presenter guy. But I think he does screenwriting for skits and stuff. Yeah. I think he's just getting into that and comedy writing because he came on here.
Oh, yeah.
Came on here last week or 2 weeks ago.
Hey. I haven't met him, but I had this like...
He's from your area. Glendon,
bro.
Yeah,
yeah bro. I had this really brief interaction with him on Instagram because he posted
Glendon Bakery.
Yeah, that. But yeah, bro. Hey, bacon and egg slice is what you want to go for.
Glendon Bakery. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Bro. But he posted this thing of Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, and he was like WrestleMania, bro. And I'm a huge WWE fan, and I was like, bro, yeah, let's go. And he was like, dude, watch it. I was like, yeah, bro. And he was like, yeah, bro, I was watching when the Attitude Era, and I was like, wow, that would have been mean. And he was like, yeah, bro, Intermediate was lit. I was like, you're the man, bro. You're the man. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I got the Rock shirt on right now.
Oh, yeah,
man.
Yeah, man.
Did you ever get into WWE, WWF?
WWF.
Oh, yeah.
I was into WWF when I was a kid. Big Hulk Hogan fan.
Hulk Hogan, eh?
Hulk Hogan fan and
One of-
Ultimate Warrior.
If you have if you had a Mount Rushmore of WWE superstars, who's on yours?
Oh man, it's got to be The Rock's going to be in there.
Of course, yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Right answer. Ooh.
Hulk Hogan's in there. Ultimate Warrior. Even Macho Man.
Macho Man.
How many? 4?
That's 4. That's a pretty good 4. And I tell you what, like back then there was no social media, eh? So like to make a brand like that go global with none of that,
Yeah.
must have been dope. Must have been unheard of, eh?
Yeah.
Andre the Giant, eh? Like seeing him walking around, they must have gone, holy shit, where do I go and see that guy?
You know what's pretty cool? Their Rock TV series.
Young Rock.
Young Rock. He has all the wrestlers there, like Andre the Giant.
Oh, yeah.
They're all there.
I've seen like the first 3 episodes of the first season, to be honest.
Because his dad hung out with them, eh? Because his dad was a wrestler.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Must have been an amazing time.
And that whole like Rock family is like the GOAT family, eh? Like just the superstars that they produced. Bro, do you remember Yokozuna?
No.
He was like the big sumo wrestler that was in the WWE. Anyway, he was like, I only just found out like last week. He was like Yokozuna, sumo wrestler, Japanese dude. There also was a Samoan playing him in the ring.
Was he?
Yeah, bro. He was part of the Rock family.
I
was like, suddenly these guys. Forget about Samoans playing Samoans. There was a Samoan playing a Japanese dude back then.
Who would you have on your Mount Rushmore then?
Rock,
Yeah.
Cena,
John Cena.
Shawn Michaels,
Ooh.
Randy Orton.
Oh.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
To me, Cena's the GOAT. John Cena's.
You know who misses out on mine that I would love to fit them in if I could?
Who?
Would be Bret Hart.
Oh, hard out.
And
I agree.
And Undertaker.
Sorry, did you think he was dead? This dude, gets buried alive like 5 times in his life. Still, once you hear the dong, yeah.
But Bret Hart, man, oh man, he was
Yeah.
excellent execution.
Yeah,
man.
that's the sharpshooter, eh? The one, because I fell off WWE for a little bit. When I came back, I just started watching all the docos and stuff. And how dirty he got done, eh? On his way out of WWE.
That's right.
And,
I'm sure Michael's
the screw job, eh? Ring the bell. And he's like, I didn't even tap out. This dude. Far out.
There's that documentary of the bad side of wrestling or something? The dark side?
Oh, yeah, I've seen a couple of them.
That's brutal, man.
Did you watch the New Jack one?
No.
Oh.
What's that one?
About the wrestler's name's New Jack, and like how one of the stories he tells was some dude injured him by accident, like a pile driver through a table, but he missed. And the New Jack dude was like, "You just tried to kill me, eh?" So he went away, came back from injury. They had this match where they ended up on the rafters. And he was like, "Remember when you almost broke my neck?" That guy was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, see you later, oos," and just chucked him. Yeah. Bro, and there's just all these stories about him like slicing people's heads open.
Yeah. Oh,
Effed up. But wrestling's fake. Nah.
Yeah, that dark side.
Which ones did you watch?
I watched the Jimmy Fly Snooker one.
Oh, yeah.
Superfly.
What was
Superfly
his
Jimmy Snooker.
controversy?
I think his girlfriend died in his motel room because I think something happened.
That guy did it. I haven't even
one.
seen it, but I'm going to say Jimmy Snooker did it.
Yeah. He was a bit of a drunk, eh? There was that, and the Dino Bravo. Do you remember him?
Who's that?
He's the Canadian. He used to be in WWF ages ago. But he I think he had expiry date in WWF, and he wasn't really popular anymore. So McMahon he let him go. So he went back to his hometown in Canada, but his family is his mafia, and he became a drug dealer in their family, and he got shot dead in a drug deal. Yeah. It's like out of it.
Dude.
It's like out of it.
This dude went and did sports entertainment on the street, eh? Really? Yeah.
Yeah, man. Fine. But now I don't really watch. I don't really watch wrestling anymore.
That's pretty. Like, in my humble opinion, that's pretty good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you probably do love it because of acting. The acting
That's
part of
exactly it, bro. That's like, for me, what WWE does really good is their storytelling. Like,
yes,
like the least interesting part about WWE is the wrestling. Like the best part about it is why the two people are fighting.
well, it's pretty much a soap opera.
It is, bro. It is. And like they always say, like, music is the space between the notes. And to me, that's what wrestling is. It's like, don't mean to get deep there about WWE, but like it's always like, what did this guy do to this dude that made them set up the match? And that way, when they stand in the ring and the crowd is like, let's go. Like, that's the magic. Hey, there was a match. There's a character's name's Roman Reigns. I don't know if you know. Yeah, bro. He's like the GOAT right now. He's got both of the belts. But his match with this other dude, bro, they just stood in the ring for 5 minutes because that story was built up for like a year. And they stood there and, bro, the crowd ate it up, eh? The crowd just chant after chant. You still suck. You still... Bro, being there live must be lit. But no, it's there. It's the acting part of it. It's the, the stories they tell.
And that sort of shows you the power of storytelling, eh? How you said the story's been built up and all they did was stand in the ring, look at each other.
That's all they need to do. It's like Hulk Hogan when he's like...
Yeah.
And the crowd is like, look to my side now. Look to my side.
But you're right, man. The crowd is sucked into it. Because they're sucked into not just that. They're sucked into the whole story.
Yeah.
And that's the power of a story. And that's what I've sort of been interested in lately. With like
your sports writing.
Yeah, sports writing, but also the creative writing part of it. Because it's not just writing about sports. It's writing about what you think, your opinion on something, but in a creative way.
Yeah.
Where I'm bringing in references to movies.
Yeah. Oh, sharp.
In it as well, in my writing. And just because I started because I read a lot of non-fiction.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to read fiction.
Fiction.
Because of the type of creative writing it has.
Oh wait, what's non-fiction and what's fiction again?
Non-fiction is like
Is that
like true stuff.
true stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
fiction is like
Made creative,
Yeah.
made up stuff. Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
made up stuff. So there's a thing called which I found out. There's a thing called show don't tell in writing,
Oh yeah.
where you describe the scene. You actually describe the scene in your writing first, and then you tell the story.
Okay.
Like you put the picture on the
Paint
reader's
it,
head.
eh?
You paint the picture in his head,
Oh,
but you have
yeah.
to describe it from a point of view of the person or the storyteller or third person. So there's a first person point of view, second
And
person, third
person, eh?
person. Yeah. What was the second one? Second.
So first person is like I woke up
It's
this
you,
morning.
I woke up.
And then
Second person view is you.
he woke the other
You.
and
You,
then-
oh, you go and you went. Then you went there. Then third person is James stood up and
Yeah.
went. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Buzzy.
But then I think there's a third one where you're telling it from
God's point of view.
something like that, or you're telling it from the reader's point of view. Oh, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But these are little tricks, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, like, I'm discovering all these tricks, and I'm reading fiction books, and I can hear it.
Oh yeah.
I can hear
You're
the show.
aware of it now.
I'm
eh?
aware of it
Yeah,
now. So I'm
yeah.
hearing the show don't tell.
Yeah. Okay.
Like when they start a paragraph, they're describing the scene in
and
words.
You go,
in
I
words.
know what he's doing here. I
Yeah,
know what he's
yeah,
doing here.
yeah.
Oh,
And that's
sharp.
cool. And then because the show and tell one is powerful because it really paints a picture in your head,
Yeah.
and then you understand what the scene is.
I agree.
And then it says go. Then the person actually does the action,
Yeah.
and it's telling what the person did.
Yeah.
But you already got the scene in your
And
head.
that's it. And do you know what that does? Like when you show it, it makes your audience feel smarter, eh? Because if you're having just to tell them stuff,
Yeah.
then they're not like active in your story, eh? But if you're showing them the info, then they're piecing it together, eh?
That's
then
right.
the audience is like, oh, that's, and then that happens. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. Because it's doing two things. It's making them paint a picture, which makes it interesting. You know, and it sort of intriguing too because you
Yeah.
want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
So you always start with a bang, because the object is like, especially with column writing, because we live in this TikTok day and age where short attention spans, you actually got to hit people with the first sentence.
Yeah.
And
That's got to grab them, mate.
yeah, it's got to grab
That's
them,
gotta-
but then your writing after that has to keep them there. Because if they read and it gets boring, they're gonna
yeah, they'll tune out.
they'll tune out.
Yeah.
So you actually gotta
Come for the first sentence, stay for the rest.
stay like you gotta make it real interesting, like so they can stay and read the whole thing.
Sharp.
But you do it by especially with Pacific Islanders, because I think there's a real niche writing how we talk, especially when we talked about like us growing up in Auckland, West Auckland, South Auckland. We have our own way of talking, right?
Yeah. We've got our own lingo.
Yeah. You never hear it on the radio. You hear it on podcasts because that's how we talk.
Yeah.
You know, we can hear it in writing too. We can write how we talk.
Yeah.
So I follow this American sports a journalist guy. He's a black American. He's from Chicago, and his name is Robert Scoop Jackson, and he does exactly that. So he's an African American. He writes how he talks.
Oh, yeah.
He works. Do you remember Slam magazine as a basketball magazine?
Nah. I'm not. I never gone to basketball, eh?
Haven't you? Oh, yeah.
So he wrote for that?
He wrote for them. Now he writes for ESPN, and he does columns for ESPN. And man, he's amazing. He's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite column writers. Just the fact that he writes how he talks.
Yeah.
Like
That's buzzy. That's
He's putting his
interesting.
black slang, his slang.
Yeah.
He's talking about Chi-Town because that's where he's from.
Sharp.
You know. And
Yeah.
He's talking like that. You know.
That's so true, eh?
And when you read this stuff, and he's describing what he's talking about, it's like you
get his point of view immediately, eh?
immediately, and he's talking like how he talks. He writes
Yeah.
how he talks. So you know how we grew up watching those African American movies, like Boys in the Hood and all that kind of stuff. They had to talk like that. They got the slang.
Yeah.
He's got the hip hop stuff. He
Yeah.
brings the hip hop stuff in his writing. And I was thinking, man, that is so inspirational, because why can't we do that too?
Yeah.
So I read a lot of his stuff, and it inspires me to write how I talk.
Yeah.
You know, if I put how we talk in my writing, then it might beat AI, because you know how they say AI is gonna write everything.
Yeah.
Like, how can AI mimic how we talk?
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
So maybe that's it. We gotta actually get content out there that's real.
Yeah. That sounds like
us,
I guess.
Is us, yeah. And when you talk about those documentaries, like the rugby one, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, bro, 100%. You hear them talk, you just it's like a throwback language now, Because us now, I'm assuming we write emails all the time, And how do we have to talk on those, To whom it may concern,
Yeah, exactly.
Dearest boss or something, Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, you know, I think that's a good analogy for radio versus podcast. You know, in radio you gotta go, to whom it may concern. Hi, sir.
Yeah.
My name is blah blah blah. Podcast goes, yo, what's up?
Just comes out like this.
You know, let's go.
Let's go.
We know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, we're not gonna hide.
I love that. That's such a good little nugget. That's gonna be info I steal, and I'm gonna go back to work tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like, guys, don't you hate how we can't talk like ourselves? Because and that's so true. Even the scripts we get given, like, Theo is Samoan. Theo grew up in South Auckland. Theo wants to say uso and us sometimes, but when I get my script, there'll be a line like, "How you going, mate?"
Oh, right.
What? Yeah. Get lost, you troublemaker. Tell you. Straight up. Honestly, that's such a good point. Now, you know how you said you're aware of how they the show and tell device now? Now I'm gonna be aware of that when I go into work now.
Right.
That's buzzy.
Yeah.
That's so true. But and then at the same time, you wouldn't want someone who doesn't know that lingo to try and write it and go, oh yeah, because you people sound like this, so let me write it for you. And
but this whole argument with AI, when how's AI gonna incorporate Pacifica? You know, when it's not just about language; it's about everything else.
Yeah.
Our culture and what our values are.
That's right.
Like, how's AI gonna integrate that with their? I mean, the person programming it, I assume, is gonna be all the white people in the world. You know, how would they understand where we're coming from when they create these AI? You know, to understand.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if we. So I think, I don't know if AI is going to copy what we do or mimic how we talk and put it into there, but I don't know how that's going to happen. You know, it might happen with how African Americans talk, because it's a worldwide thing. Everyone knows hip hop.
Yeah.
Everyone knows, you know, hip hop's around the
Black
world.
Culture,
Black culture's around the world, you know? Everyone knows how they talk. You know, so AI might pick it up.
Yeah, that's true.
But how's AI going to pick up South Auckland language or West Auckland language or Pacifica language? You know, how's that going to happen? You know, are they going to be smart enough to know how we are?
Yeah, to mimic it and to know like the essence of that in us, where that comes from, like, you know. Like we say cunt a lot, like sub can't, like can't, sub can't, like the AI might go sub can't, and us we're like, that's my uso, like sub can't,
yeah.
Like,
See, they don't understand.
They don't understand the context
of
how, that's right.
Because our banter is different.
Our banter is you gungy.
Yeah. I mean, the Palangis won't handle our banter because they don't think we're serious.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right. That's why we got thick skin. That's why we put up when they try and like check us, say, for being brown. That's why when they're being casually racist. That's why we go, no, I'm not hurt by that, because my older brother called me something worse than that.
Exactly. So how you gonna program AI that? You know?
That's right.
Are we gonna be left behind? Are we gonna be the ones that are gonna be unique? Yeah. Because no one has our stuff.
Is that their plan? Do they just want to eradicate like that language, that kind of lingo?
Yeah. So I'm learning when I'm writing these things, because I pull it up on the website, and I'm just writing how I talk. You know, I'm just writing it. I'm putting stuff in. I'm not worrying about the proper way. You know, as long as the structure correctly, the language doesn't need to be conforming to what how the herald writes, and you know, I know there's a lot of Samoans that are journalists, you know, and they're putting their articles up on Coconut, their website, and New Zealand Herald and that.
Yeah. But they just sound like every other
They just sound
white
like everyone.
reporter out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. They just sound like every other white reporter.
Yeah.
I think there's room for not to be like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Especially nowadays, like especially
Especially
with all
nowadays.
the stuff we have and the space we're kind of taking up now. And
yeah,
kind of
exactly,
trying to
exactly.
develop.
And you can see all that space happening. You know, like you said before, people doing podcasts in their garages. You know, and that's where it starts. And then you got these creators who are becoming directors now and becoming storytellers. And there are islanders out there that are storytellers. But then, you know, I feel like there's going to be an obstacle of the funding.
Yeah.
And if it's still the Palangi that's going to pay,
Yeah.
going to fund you,
true.
it's going to be their narrative still.
Yeah. They will
You know?
have a say.
Yeah, they'll have a say,
Yeah.
you know. Just like one of Pacifica and the All Blacks.
Okay, talk your ish, man.
You know?
Yeah, bro.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You know?
That's right.
You can't fool me. You can't fool us, man.
You see these sports stars, They come out and talk. Oh, yeah, definitely credit to the boys out there. Uzo, I heard you talk on your Insta last night. You did not sound like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, Tim Provice, when he came on the podcast, I don't know if you saw him do the Warriors game. So he interviewed Sean Johnson.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, man, I went up to Sean Johnson to interview him, and he was talking like South Auckland. He was talking like
in person, no cameras.
no cameras. And then when he got the camera and he changed to a white person.
Bro, it's all good, man.
But then that's what I'm talking about, man. Like I think we need more of our real voice. Eh.
Yeah. Ruby Tui,
Oh,
Need
man.
more Ruby Tuis out there.
Man, perfect example of who gives a fuck.
No filter.
No filter. This is me.
Yeah.
This is what you get.
That's it,
And the people love it.
Yeah.
You know, the people love it. And the Palangi's are going, oh, shit, they love it.
Yeah,
You
they
know?
love it. Yeah. Oh, far out. We gotta.
Sonny Williams.
Yeah.
Williams, and he does his, have you seen him talk on Stan Sports?
Yeah, it's a bit cringy.
It is, but he's himself.
Yeah.
And that's what I appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah,
You know?
yeah, that's
And
right.
I get it.
Sorry, his takes are a bit cringe, but I see what
Yeah,
you
yeah,
mean.
I get it.
His voice, his little way is.
Yeah, I get it because it was cringe. It is, but you know, I gotta appreciate the brother
Yeah,
for going
for
up
just
being himself.
Yeah, that's
not
right.
being like, talking like, because when some of the Islanders come on the interviews,
Yeah.
it's one of the boys, eh?
Yeah, and he's like, "Sabuso."
Yeah, what's up? Like, you know, that's cool, man.
Oh, hey, brother. Hey, how's it going today, sir? These dudes.
Yeah, man. I'm just, and yeah,
No, you're right. I think that's such a good lesson to like not try to. It's like the lesson of life. It's just like just show up as yourself. Like you know,
Yeah.
you're undeniable if you can just rock up and talk how you talk. Like no one will deny. I mean, the sponsors might, but no one will go. Oh, he doesn't talk like that. Why is he talking like?
Well, I think it does. It does things like it makes you more confident because you're being yourself. You not have things in the back of your head. Go,
Yeah.
oh shit, did I say the right
Yeah,
thing? Oh,
that's right.
that's the right word.
Yeah.
Oh, am I like? You know, it takes the nerves out.
Yeah,
Like, don't worry about all that. Like, just be yourself.
that's right.
I don't think Ruby To'a has that problem. You know.
Nah. No way. No way. And that's great because, like, I mean, it's probably not her goal to be an inspiration to little kids, but little kids will see her and go, whoa, this is like, she sounds like me. Like, right now, I'm going to talk like that. Fire out.
Yeah, so I'm learning all this, right? I'm learning, I'm seeing, because it all started with the podcast, right? Because, you know, when we first started the podcast, it was just me and my friends, just having the chat, having a few beers, sometimes getting drunk and talk, you know, but we're just being ourselves, you know, and then it just got bigger and bigger and we started getting guests and all that. People start listening and it's sort of like, it never changed from how we are. It's a raw, and that's a lot of the feedback is like, man, you guys like talk like, you know, are we talking drinking in the garage, you know, like it's just real.
Yeah.
And even guys from overseas, like some of my friends that gone overseas for rugby contracts, Man, they love listening in because it's like they're back home.
Just sounds like they're
Just sounds
next door
back
with their
home.
boys,
Yeah,
eh?
yeah, that
Well,
kind of
that's the
stuff.
thing, eh? Because they teach you this like when you do like acting classes too. It's in science and chemistry they call it the observer effect, and it's apparently like molecules will behave. Is that me? Molecules will apparently they behave differently when they know they're being watched, and so in acting they always tell you like no cameras are here. Like they'll say cut and they'll go cut Theo. It looks like you know someone's recording you, so cut it out. And I feel like that's
true.
us in life, eh? Like we'll act normally, but as soon as we know there's a camera on us, or as soon as we know we're doing a TikTok video, licking our lips, like trying to be cool, like that's what we need to cut out. Hey, we need to just
True.
go
What's it called?
the observer effect.
Observer effect.
Yeah, it's like how things or people behave differently when they know they're being watched or being recorded. It's like that girl in primary school who is like quiet in class, but then when she goes to assembly, she's the loud one who's trying to dance around in front of everyone and has got the biggest laugh. Like
right.
it's that kind of stuff.
Do you think like Polynesians are more on that?
Oh, we are the kings and queens of that. We go to church and you laugh for the coupe, and then the priest reads out, yeah, they laugh for $1,000. This family laugh,
Yeah.
So it's like we have to have this front that we're not who we are behind the closed doors.
Fuck, I never heard that term before. That's interesting.
It's a
'Cause
buzzy one, eh?
it is real. That's real.
Yeah, like even like even docos, people are like every like, have you ever watched those musician docos? Like when they follow the dude around them, like they follow Justin Bieber around, bro. They're all the same. They do a concert, they lose their voice, they can't do this, they got a mental battle, and then they do the concert. Like it's all the same. It's because they know they're being watched. They need the story. They need to come across a certain way. Hey,
Oh man, 'cause that reminds me of when I used to go to those nightclubs. When you walk in and the observer effect happens.
yeah, all the people are there. So I gotta let me lean on my right leg more because people are here.
The leg on the wall. Stand by the wall. Stand against the wall and with your leg up.
Bro, did you ever have Bebo?
Yeah.
Guys, that was the biggest observer effect day, the straightened hair for the profile picture.
Right, yeah. And the banners.
The banner.
Remember the banners?
Yeah, bro.
But man, that was the first introduction to social media back in those days. And
Yeah, bro.
it was all just party photos.
That's what
Oh,
it
my
was.
one was just party photos. You just show off, like
Yeah,
the
that's
drinks and show the drinks.
I
and all that.
know, you're just at home, using your cousin's dial-up internet, waiting for your mum to pick you up.
But they stopped, right? They ended, and then they came back years later with if you want your old photos, you can download them.
Okay, can you do that now still?
No, you can't do it now.
Oh, thank God, because
So-
there are some pictures on there, they
I know, man.
don't
like,
want to see.
the old old drinking photos.
This one, Bro, and do you remember like those scarves? Those like, and they weren't like a bandana, but like they were just like a random scarf, and it was like checkered. They
Yeah.
used to wear, and those sunglasses that go like this.
Oh, the lines.
Yeah. Bro, what an era!
Oh man. So you grew up in South?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grew up on Robertson Road in Mangere.
Oh yeah.
Lived with my grandparents for a little bit,
Oh yeah.
and then 2007 moved out to Clendon with my parents. Went to school out east at St. Kitts. Went to school
Oh yeah.
at Pakuranga. Went on a rugby scholarship.
How long was that trip?
I was a boarder, so I was
so stay there.
my whole 5 years there. I was boarding school there.
Yeah.
Went in playing rugby. Came out wanting to be an actor. And then moved back in with my parents in Clendon.
Because I read somewhere you played in NRL.
Nah, bro.
That's in the paper.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
That's not me.
Oh.
But if that's what they're saying, hey, run with it. Keep going. Let's go.
Oh yeah, they're first guys. It's not true.
Breaking news. This guy's a talk shit. Nah. And maybe, do you know what? Maybe it was my Shortland Street character. My character played in the NRL.
Oh, maybe it was that. Yeah.
I certainly never did. Nah, not just some Bulldogs development. Yeah, just going over and then come back. Just did my hemi. Those dudes. Moved back after high school. Moved back to Clendon. and then moved down to Huntly for like 2 years because my uncle lived down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I always, whenever I go places, I always tell people I am from Clendon and or Huntly.
Huntly.
Yeah, bro. You ever been down those ways?
Oh, only on the way to Hamilton.
Oh yeah, bro. Huntly's
But now you can't even go that way now, Hamilton.
bypass
now,
it, eh?
Bypass
Go
it. eh?
around. Nah.
And how smart is McDonald's to go on the roadway?
Yeah. If there's one thing about your trip, you're always gonna get a Big Mac, eh?
At Huntly. Now they've put it at the middleway.
Yeah, bro.
But man, that's gonna do shit for the town. Man.
Yeah.
No.
Do you know what? I tell you what, I have been down like a couple of times since the motorway's built. It's still pumping. Like,
Oh yeah.
I think people are willing to go like veer from their route to
Oh,
visit
just
Huntly.
stop
Yeah.
by for
Yeah, the
McDonald's.
good side of Huntly. nah.
I remember going there for power fritters at the takeaway there, but it wasn't that great.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
There's a couple of I don't know the names of them, but there's a couple of people who like cook from their house now in Huntly. Eh? They have like little setups in their backyards and stuff,
Yeah,
and they cook legit food, like power fritters and hot dogs and stuff.
yeah.
But yeah. South Auckland, hard out.
So your grandfather's there. Heaps of Samoans down there.
And Huntly,
Mm.
not a lot, but more than you would think.
Oh yeah.
Like I'll just be dropping washing off to Kim at the laundromat. Shout
Oh,
out
yeah.
Kim and Huntly laundromat. And there'll just be like another auntie and
yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And then where am I? I'm living out in Mission Bay now. Just moved in with my partner.
Oh, true.
Yeah, we just
Oh,
had
flash, eh?
Yeah. Oh,
Pretty
hey,
flash.
still renting though. still on that rent buzz, but because she's from Gisborne and where she was living right on the beach, so she was like, "Please, Theo,
I need to.
like I need to be by the water."
Oh
And we just had a son last week.
yeah.
So
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting, man. So we'll be all. She's down in Gisborne now, but I'll fly down next Friday.
Oh
and
yeah.
I'll just drive us back home, and we'll make a life out Tamaki.
Oh yeah.
Well,
So how does that affect your work? Like you going down on Friday? I assume there's a work day.
I got leave, so they
Oh, yeah.
in advance. Like last year, obviously I knew when I was having a baby, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna have this time 2 weeks off. Is that allowed? And then they just do what they call a paid ride out. So, like, say a character wants to go on leave for maybe 4 weeks because they just want to go on holiday.
Yeah.
Then you got to give them time in advance so that they can write the character out. So maybe the character will go visit a relative in the storyline.
Oh right.
So whenever you see someone leave for 2 weeks,
They're
it's
on
'cause
holiday.
They're just on holiday in Samoa.
Oh right.
Yeah. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. And quite often people will go like, oh, like when characters get maybe killed off or they were, they're always like, oh, the writers are stink. Why did they? Sometimes the actor just had enough and wanted to leave.
Oh, okay.
So they're
Sure.
like, kill me off now, please.
Or
'cause
go
I
on the
wanna-
new gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go crack it in Hollywood.
It
But
must,
then-
it must be cool for the show
Mm.
when the actor does that, because now they can get more creative and they can have this deaf, because I think the deaf ones get heaps of views,
yeah, bro.
because and you can write a storyline up to the deaf,
Yeah.
and it'll be more interesting, and people it's a build up.
Mm.
You know that we talking about build up
The
with
storytelling, eh?
the wrestling,
Mm.
like when they hear so and so wants to leave, go to Hollywood, or so and so wants to, got another job somewhere,
Yeah.
so we got to kill them off,
Yeah.
right? Guys, what
This is
story?
the juicy stuff.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's some juicy stuff.
I remember there was 1 year with the Christmas cliff when I was there. Bro, there was talks about they found our character wanted to leave, and there was talks about how they were going to kill off the character. Bro, one of the ideas floating around was at the wedding, there was an ice sculpture, and someone was going to break the ice and stab the bride with it. And I was like, Sully, is this Grey's Anatomy or Shortland Street? What the hell? I reckon they have a blast day. You're right. I reckon
yeah.
they have the most fun going, oh yeah, what's our Christmas cliffhanger this year?
Did that go through?
That one?
That storyline?
Nah.
Of the stab?
Oh, I think the crux of it, did, but not that way.
Bit R-rated.
That would have been crack up.
Turn the violence down.
They would have had to. They went, oh no, it's gonna cost too much money for the ice. So nah, let's not do it.
I heard there's a lot of talk about Shortland Street ending, but it's not there. It doesn't look like it there. Is there?
I don't like. I think
You probably can't tell me. Can't say.
I know for a fact that they can't, like, the industry can't really afford to for Shortland Street to go off air because they bring in so much money with like
Oh, right.
sponsors and
Yeah.
like brands and like advertising that there'll be this massive hole in the industry.
Oh,
and
it's
they
carrying.
won't know. Yeah.
Carrying the network.
So like if anything, maybe like I don't know. I haven't heard this from anywhere, but if they'll probably just go down to like 3 nights a week or something, or a
Oh,
1
okay.
hour episode every week if it came to that. Like if they were gonna come off air.
Oh, yeah.
But no, right now we're still doing 5
Mm.
episodes a week.
You know, with Shortland Street and TVNZ, is it connected to TVNZ in a way where everyone gets involved? Like you guys have Christmas parties all together and stuff like that?
Yeah, bro. So there's like they have while I've been there, we've had like a cast party, which is just for the cast, and then there's been like a cast and crew kind of Christmas do, and that's like the executives from TVNZ are invited, like the producers are invited, everyone's invited. Not everyone shows up, but basically everyone gets invited. And even like with the show itself, so before it airs on TV, they have like screenings of the episode, and like Shortland Street producers in there, TVNZ producers are in there, and that's so that they can go, is there anything that's going to cancel us in this episode? Are we going to lose any advertising? So they watch it and then they go, oh yeah, we can deliver that to the network, and we're happy for that to go on screen. Because there's been times where stuff has been said in the script and they've watched it back and go, oh no, we need to send that, we need to change
yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like this is not a juicy one, but like because my character used to play for the Warriors, and because the Warriors is a real entity in the world, I think we're only like our producers have paid a certain amount of money to say the word Warriors
Right.
in the show, and so
Just advertising.
yeah, so
Yeah.
in a sense our show is associated with the Warriors, but also like we can only say it like 5 times in the year or something.
Oh, really?
So they will watch it and go, oh, okay, yeah, he said it. Okay, we'll cross that off. Oh, yeah. So they're doing stuff like that too, like swear words even, timing of the show. Like, you know, like, so we have the 7 to the 7:30 slot, and I think you're not allowed to swear on that,
Oh, right.
on that slot. But if our show ticks over to 7:31, in that 31st minute, we are allowed to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They can't, well, it's in bad taste, but
Yeah.
legally they can't go.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you guys do a lot of talking about the advertising, but a product placement? Does that get involved with the Shortland Street?
There's definitely real products on set, like anchors on there all the time. I think it's Bundaberg and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But genuinely, they like we had to eat burgers on set the other day, and it was from Burger King, but we're not allowed to show Burger King, so they just had to put it in a brown bag that said burger or something.
Oh,
And then you just eat it like that. Yeah.
because in real sense, Burger King has to pay you.
Yeah, basically.
To show it.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
get it.
think if we eat Burger King, then we can only ever eat Burger King on the show. Like
Oh.
we can't even have their competitors on the show if
Yeah.
we,
Oh, I
even though it's
see.
the real world and stuff. But
Yeah. It's interesting on the product placement thing in movies.
it's buzzy, eh? It's
'Cause-
like you realize how much bigger the
Yeah.
industry is, eh? Than
Yeah.
just what's on your screen.
Because there's a big thing with James Bond. Because James Bond always has what is it?
So martini, eh?
The martini shaken on stirred.
Mm.
But then I think one of the movies he was gonna drink a Heineken
Oh,
instead.
true. Did
And
that go through?
It was
Did
a
that-
big deal, man. I don't know if it did, but I remember it was in the paper because
Far
Heineken
out.
paid all this money
Yeah.
to not have James Bond drink
Yeah.
martinis, have a
eh?
Heineken.
Far out, bro. That would have made the news, I reckon.
Yeah, no, I did because I remember it.
Far
Yeah,
out.
but they're gonna fork out
A lot of money.
probably fund the whole movie.
That's and on that note of ads, like now, like YouTube has ads now, eh? Like
Yeah.
just where people are placing ads, kind of tells you where all the attention is
Yeah,
right now, eh? Like do you watch Mr. Beast? Do you know Mr. Beast?
yeah, he's a beast there.
He's a beast. His content, I'll be honest, I do love his content, but like, bro, why aren't they putting ads in his stuff? Because he's getting like 157 million views per video. You know?
He's like the king of YouTube right now, eh?
Yeah, bro.
And he's just doing it the way YouTube probably supposed to want people to do
Is
content there.
Yeah. I reckon he does. I reckon he's got a little bit of his own stuff too.
But he's got so much money that he can do these outrageous videos, eh? Like the whole buy an island, they
Yeah.
have a party on it.
Do you know what? And like, I don't know if you agree on this. I don't know if you've seen interviews of him, but he's someone who comes to mind when I think about someone who does interviews that's not that he feels like he's being himself, like he feels like he's not been taught to speak a certain way.
Because he's young.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's-
yeah, true.
he's
That's
young,
true.
and he probably no media training and all that. You know.
Yeah, that's
And he's just
right.
being himself that way
Yeah.
because he doesn't know. He just knows what he knows.
Yeah, yeah, that's
You know,
right.
and that's a good place to be, I reckon, because you're not really influenced by how to speak and
Yeah.
how to talk, and fuck, he's making all this money.
Yeah.
He can do what he wants, you know. Like,
Yeah, that's right. They ask him stuff. It's buzzy. They go like, "How does it feel to help people?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, I like it." And he's like, "Oh, but how do you inspire people?" And he's like, "I don't know. I don't think of it as that." I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
You're the man,
You're
bro.
just doing it.
My favorite one is someone goes, "Oh, don't you find it like weird that you're recording yourself giving away money to people? Like, isn't that cringe?" And then he goes, "Here's the thing. I'm recording myself giving money away. You are not recording yourself not giving anyone any money." I was like, "Bro, you're the man, G."
Yeah, he's a different beast.
He's a
'cause
beast, G.
He's a different. Because man, I remember seeing him when the kids started watching this stuff, and I didn't know how big he was. I just saw his videos and said, "Man, that's crazy." Stuff he's doing. I find out how much money he makes, and
Crazy, eh?
he always spends it on his videos now. Like it just comes and goes.
Yeah. All the money he makes, he just puts it back.
Yeah, because beginning of this podcast, we're talking about working for a living and like finding your passion, and once you find it, then you literally don't work another day, because you're waking up, you're doing
That's
what you love.
Yeah. What's that saying? If you do what you love, then you'll never have to work a day in your life.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah, that's right. And I think that's the meaning of life now.
Yeah.
I think people need to find that, Like-
Yeah.
like Mr. Beast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. It's like what you're
It's not necessarily going to university.
Yeah, and it's because it's always like when you do what you love, it's like that's what you look forward to now, eh?
Yeah,
And that's like that energy you take into every other part of your life, eh? Now you're
Yeah.
just excited in general.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of mental health in that, because you're happy.
You're happy and you're
Doing what you love, every day.
hard out.
So I'm jealous of you, man, doing what you love every day.
I tell you what, hey, I do what I love, but now that I've had a son, now that I have a son, now like that stuff doesn't even matter anymore. Like
Right.
obviously
Yeah.
I would do that to feed him, but
Yeah.
now it's like I look forward to him
Yeah.
all the time, and because I look forward to him, now I'm able to go and do my job and be at that level and rock up onto set and just have that buzz about it.
Yeah. You just reminded me, because when you have your son, that moment when he comes out,
Also,
man, you don't care about your own life anymore. eh?
also,
Hey.
I never.
That moment,
Also,
you don't even know
Nah,
until
bro.
it happens.
You don't know what love is, eh?
You don't
until
know.
you
You
lay
don't know,
eyes
man.
on your. I know, like, wait, there's
Shit.
there's people who love their pets out there, and they
Yeah.
go, "Oh, he's like, my pet's like my son," but then they will like not get their pet the operation because they know their pet's gonna die next year. If my son needs an operation and they tell me he's gonna die next year, I don't care. I'm giving him every chance to live. Yeah, bro. And it's buzzy because like now I feel like I have to apologize to my dad, for anything, because he's no traditional Samoan man, like loves his kids. I remember like I would stay out late and I wouldn't tell him where I'm going, but I would turn home 1:00 in the morning, open the door, and he'll be sitting on the couch. But as soon as he sees me walking, he'll just stand up and he'll walk to the room, and I'll be like, "Just go to sleep, man." As soon as I laid eyes on my son, I know,
Yeah,
Dad,
yeah.
I know what you were doing, man.
Yeah. It's because I remember when my son was born. I remember
Was that your firstborn?
my firstborn. I remember the minute before and the minute after. Two different cams. No, two different me's.
That's
Two different me's.
Mm.
Honest, I didn't. Man, that feeling of you're right, man. That love. You never felt that love
Different,
before in your whole life.
Different, man.
It's different.
What's your son's name?
His name is Aloi Matsu.
Aloi Matu. Nice.
Yeah.
Do you shorten it when you talk to him, or?
No.
Good on you.
No.
Nice. That's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
Nah,
But
yeah.
That feeling, man.
Very blessed to have my son. My partner's down in Gisborne. Oh yeah, I told you they're down in Gisborne right now. But been getting the Zoom calls, the videos. Yeah, man.
You know when you're doing theatre, what is that? Because it's a different thing, eh?
Yeah.
Theatre in front of a camera.
Way different.
What do you prefer?
I prefer theatre, 100%.
And why is that?
I think because it's live and because it's the people are there, and
You get a reaction?
You get your reaction. You get one go at it, and the go that you give them, that audience is going to walk away with that, and no other audience is going to get that moment. Like the audience will come in tomorrow, and even though I'm saying the same words, it's going to be a different feeling for them. Like I could say a line now, and the audience will laugh. I'll say the same line tomorrow, and it might might not get any laughs. But like they say that doing a theatre show is like being in a car crash. Like the amount of adrenaline your body produces, is you're so hyped, bro. It's like playing a rugby game. It's like you're just so amped that it's mean, bro. Like I did I did an article with stuff when I first landed on Shortland Street, and they asked me, they were like, how does it feel like now that you've cracked it, now that you've made it? And I was like, I made it when I was doing theatre. Like you talk about doing what you love. Like I made it when I was doing, I did 4 years with the Pop-Up Globe, which is a Shakespearean theatre company. And I was doing Shakespeare Monday to Friday. I was paying my bills. I was paying my mum's bills. My gas tank was full on a Tuesday, which is unheard of because Friday was the payday. I was getting whatever I wanted to eat. Like, bro, that's when I made it. That's when I cracked it. Anything else, like now, this is great. But if I dumb it back down to that, I'll be happy. I'll live a very fruitful life. Yeah.
Sure.
Love theatre. Love theatre. Do you go to the theatre much?
I did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I haven't been in a long time. Because I remember my mum had a friend from work and he loved theatre.
Yeah.
And he took us when I was a kid, when I was young, to, I think it was called Gavin and the Monster.
Oh, yeah.
Played at the, not the Civic, I think it was at St. James.
Sure.
On Queen Street.
Yeah, bro. It's it's a dying art form, if I'm being honest. Like, especially for like...
In New Zealand?
I think so.
Because I think the last... Pacifica was the last show, eh? The Pacific show. Big one.
Yeah, the one that, the Civic. Are you talking about that one? Yeah.
Were you part of that?
I wasn't a part of that. I heard some things about it, to be honest. Like,
Wasn't that great?
Yeah, like I mean, like I saw some of the costuming and it was like hula skirts and like you want to talk about stereotyping.
Yeah.
Like that was a white person directing, brown
I was
kids.
Balangi that the
Yeah.
other day.
Yeah. But at the same time that show was up, there was a show called Dawn Raids on, that Auckland Theatre Company did.
Right.
That was lit, gee. That was Oscar Kitely wrote that play.
See, here's a guy that is doing good things, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Like the amount of shows he's done and
His service to our community.
Yeah.
Is
have you worked with him before?
I've never worked with him. He's sometimes in the building at where we shoot, because they had duck rockers there. They shot duck rockers there as well. Yeah. But he's the man. Like,
so he's a good storyteller, that guy. Yeah.
He's really for our people. Like he said this one thing about stereotyping and how, like how. I think someone asked him. They were like, "Oh, about Dawn Raids." He was like, "Oh, how come you get your actors? How come you make them talk in fob accent sometimes, or how come you make them wear the costume that they're wearing?" And he goes, "Oh, how come you don't question when the Italians play the mafia people and they talk in those accents? How come you don't give them the same attention you give us?" And I was like, "You're the man, G. You're a goat." Like, if anyone's gonna champion our people, I want that guy to go. Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Because he's in your world, with the theatre stuff. That's where he's originally from,
Yeah,
that,
from the theatre.
that world.
The Naked Samoans, they funny.
Yeah.
Shimpao.
Yeah.
Even though he's not Samoan, but we'll take him.
When you say that media is dying, the theatre, why is that?
I think, to be honest, I don't think it's ever been big for us Pacifica people. One, because like it was never in our neighborhoods. Like we don't have a theatre out south in Mangere. We don't have a theatre. And I mean like not performance art, but like theatre, the genre of theatre. There was nothing out south. And if you wanted to go to a theatre show, it would be in the city and it'd cost you like $100 to see something. No family out south is going to pay for the gas to drive to the city and then pay for the parking for 16 of us to go, and like COVID didn't do us any favors, like any live event was cancelled. But it's also because like the TikTok world, it's you got to grab the attention, and if you don't, you can just scroll past it. Nobody wants to sit for 2 hours plus in a theatre show and watch people talk like this on stage. Even though I love it, but I think it's a dying art form. I think is dying the right word? I think it's becoming like opera or the ballet. Like I think that's where it's heading right now.
Like a niche audience.
Yeah, it's for the highbrow people, and it's for the white people. but
we can change it though.
We can change it, and we have been actively changing it. Like there are theatre companies out south who do it really well. Like the Blackfriars, have you heard of them? No. They're a South Auckland theatre company who only do like maybe 90% of the time do Shakespeare shows. And they put like what you said, we don't put on like British accents. We talk how we talk. And like we use the inflections that we have, like how your dad talks, how he says, "Can you pass me the salt?"
Yeah.
Like you'll say a Shakespearean line that comes out like, to be or not to be. Like that kind of stuff. Like that's cool. It's mean, bro.
Yeah, that's cool.
But then again, it's like because us as people aren't like theatre goers, it's like how do we get our audience to care about that? Like how do we get them to come to these shows? And
you just described the way.
Exactly.
How we
to talk like that and
and that's not nothing new, because who's the director that did Romeo and Juliet, the Leonardo DiCaprio one? Because that was
Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah, the Baz Luhrmann, because that was his interpretation.
Did you?
Because they had guns instead of swords.
That was bad, eh? That was mean.
They still had the lingo.
They had sword, on the gun.
On the gun, yeah,
Draw
that's
your
right.
sword.
Yeah, that's right. So, see, it's up for interpretation.
Yeah,
you can do it. If anyone says you can't, you can't talk like a fob in Shakespeare.
Yeah, and that's it, bro.
Well, have you seen the Baz Luhrmann movie?
Yeah.
They don't have swords, they have guns.
Well, that's it.
That's the same kind of thing, right?
Yeah, and like I love Shakespeare, and that's like one of my like crusades in life is to like make it cool. Not like make it like cool, but like, make it accessible for our people. And like the I guess the continent, the Africans do Shakespeare really good, because they talk in their accents. Like, one what's the show? And one of the lines, it's in Julius Caesar, and he goes, "Oh, it must be by his death." And you watch it anyway, and they go, "It must be by his death." But then, bro, I saw this African actor do it, and he was like, "Da da da da, it must be by his death." And I was like, bro, like, that was mean. Like, you're the man, bro. Yeah. But it does come back to that thing of like not changing how we talk, not because the audience is here doesn't mean I have to go into that accent. Like, I can use my lingo. I can say scucks in a Shakespeare play instead of
why not?
dove.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I think you should start writing a play like that.
Hey, I'm just the guy who the words go through. I'm just that guy. Just put on the clothes and say the words.
I'm not too familiar with Shakespeare, but I get his the typical story arcs in Shakespeare plays. It's life lessons.
Yeah. He does. He's really good at getting the human condition. He knows what makes the person.
So I think the last movie I saw was the Macbeth, the Coen brothers one.
Denzel.
Yeah. And McDermott, McDermott.
Like him talking like an African American doing Shakespeare. Automatically you go, oh yeah, there's some swag to this Shakespeare.
Did you watch that?
I did watch it.
I saw the one Othello that you did, the one that you were expert in.
Oh yeah, you've seen the play.
I never saw it, but I was reading the article.
Oh, did you?
That was the play that you were doing there.
Yeah, bro. Othello's probably one of my favorite written plays of his. Because there's like maybe 4 or 5 main characters, but like just the language he uses in that day, and and obviously, black character is the lead in a white society and how they view him and stuff.
See, it's deep, eh?
It's deep, bro. And that was like, and I was a brown Samoan kid, 14-year-old, reading that play for the first time. And I went to St. Kitts, which was like 99% white. So automatically I'm like, am I Othello?
Yeah.
Is this me? Yeah, bro. No, you're right. I think he's got a lot of life lessons. A lot of the stuff we say today is because he wrote those. Like, every dog has its day, as Shakespeare came up with that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
In my heart of hearts. That's a Shakespearean quote. Yeah. And you know how to
There's a lot of quotes he's got. That's you like. I might hear it, and I probably wouldn't even know it's a Shakespeare quote.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and
to
like
be or not to be.
And just even like, and that's it. Like that, eh? Like you don't know where it's from, but the fact that you know that, is great. And like even just how how connected, he wouldn't have known what a Samoan was. But like, if you take a speech that he does and you take a speech from The Orator, that movie, and you compare them, the same,
no difference, eh?
Yeah, same metaphors, same images they're creating.
That speaks to his genius, or is it just part of storytelling that we just always the same, but different? It's just the different characters. The themes are all the same. Because I get the story arcs, like the hero.
Tragedy.
Tragedy, those kind of things. Because there's I don't know how many of them, but there's whatever they are, they just carry on through the years and they never change, eh?
Yeah, like the I get like the story types, I guess. Or something. Yeah, like a coming of age or something.
Coming of age.
Yeah.
Because you see them all in the movies, eh?
Yeah.
Like every movie you can break it down to one of these things.
Yeah.
That over time.
That went way back.
Yeah.
They were doing the same thing. Yeah. I think you're right. I think it's because, I think we're just humans, eh? Like that's our. You can only tell the same story so many times before someone else has done it.
Because even the Bible, I think these are stories, especially Old Testament stuff. These are old stories, right?
Yeah.
But these are lessons in life that humans have figured it out.
Yeah.
In the past, and they're trying to, through God, like showing us like how to live.
Yeah.
Because these people, we know what to do.
Yeah, we got the blueprint here.
This is the blueprint, on how to live life.
But we're reading and we're going, it seems a bit too hard.
Yeah, like the sacrifice kind of stuff. Like God, is it? I always get mixed up with Joseph, Abraham. Who's the one that?
Don't ask. I'm the wrong person to ask when it comes to.
So one of them sacrificed his son.
Yeah.
Right. And he was about to kill his son, sacrifice, and God said, "No, stop.
Yeah.
See, if you're gonna do that, then you have sacrificed.
Yeah.
So you're gonna move on. Like it's a lesson of what are you willing to sacrifice?
What are you willing to sacrifice?
Why are you willing to sacrifice to move up in the world? And that's like what we were talking about Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, how they're at the top because they sacrificed something to get there.
Yeah.
Are you willing to do? Not many people are willing to do that.
Not many people are.
Yeah.
That's probably the last stepping stone that people fall short of. It's like they go, am I willing to give up my social? Am I willing to give up my Saturdays?
Yeah, exactly.
To drink? Like,
exactly. Exactly.
Am I willing to not be with the boys this weekend to be great?
So see, but that story's in the Bible a long time.
Yeah, that's right.
So they already figured it out.
That's right.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out.
What is it about us? Why are we dumb? What is it about us, eh? Everyone wants the secret to life, eh? Everyone wants the secret when it's obvious what you need to do. Like, everyone's looking for the gold, the pill, eh? To take it's what they taught you in primary school, probably.
It's sort of like losing weight. So everyone knows how to lose weight.
No, it's keto. No, I need to do.
Yeah, all these different diets and all that, but just eat healthy. Exercise. That's
move.
It. That's it.
You're right.
Put down the soft drink.
Yeah.
That's it.
But it's because I got a mental condition. Uzo. Walk more, eat less. Easy.
And if you want to eat more, eat healthy.
Yeah, exactly. But like, if I can, everything's a condition now. Eh? Everything's a oh no, I can't do that because I've got this, and I can't do that because I'm a Sagittarius and that means my sun is in Uranus and all that stuff. It's like, or you just don't want to do it. I agree.
And and over the past year, like that's why I come to love stories now, because all these things, you know, like these lessons in life, these stories are lessons in life, you know, and like you said, the human condition with Shakespeare, like you don't even know, you just think he's just a European guy that does these out of a place you don't understand, but deep down their life,
he's writing about you
happening right now, things, you know,
and like people think he's complicated, but his characters are like it's always the simple character that is the one that's reacting to the stuff around him, and like that's us, like, you know, in any under different circumstances, I could be you and you could be me, you know, if you were born in Middlemore and raised by Samoan parents, you might be me and I might be you, and that's like, when you boil all of us down, it'll probably take the same stuff to grow us, like
same environments and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's the culture. A lot of the culture, eh?
Yeah,
man. And that's why it's funny, because with all this PC stuff happening around the world, you know, sometimes I think it just goes against everything these stories have told us in the past. You know, like you see, I know you didn't have to speak on all this.
No,
stuff,
keep going, because.
But you know, when they talk about toxic masculinity, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I get it, but you know, you can't just throw everything out. Not
all of it.
All of it.
I see what you mean.
Man has to be, you know. That's why in the Bible, the punishment for Adam and Eve was the man has to work outside. Yeah. And the girl has to have pain giving birth, because that is her looking after the kids. Yeah, that's And the man has to protect the family and do the work outside and sweat and all that, you know. And that's not and they're calling that toxic masculinity, because the woman can't do that. The man has to. It's like, no, man. This is in the Bible, man.
Yeah,
people have been doing it for.
And even like certain cultures still acknowledge that, Like, you know, like Samoa, you know, some people go to church and the ladies stay home and do the kuka. Yeah.
I mean, see now, you can't even do that now. You can't even. You know, it's like people protesting about that.
Yeah. And the thing is, even if like you've agreed in your household, even if you've agreed to do that, still,
it's looked down upon.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's like, no, that's the contract we have in our house. Like,
yeah. But then the human nature tells us, you know, the Bible is correct in a way. You know, the woman is with the kids. They need to find a man that is the right man to protect. Because it's like a proclivity for women to find the man that will protect her and the kids. Right. Have the kids with, and he's the man. He's strong. He has to be strong for the family to be the breadwinner to go get the food, go kill the animal, get the food, come help the family,
feed his family.
Yeah, feed the family with that kind of stuff. You know,
I tell you what, like, I'll be honest, like in terms of like the masculine man. I don't know what it is. I know I'm not like your typical masculine man. Like I'm not oozing adrenaline and stuff. Yeah. But I don't care about that stuff. Like I think, like especially on TikTok, everyone's like, "This is how you be masculine," and everyone's so worried about the being masculine part that they don't care about like the before of it. Yeah. Like me, like I'm like I would say that like I'm pretty sensitive. I'm vulnerable. And those aren't traits that I associate being masculine. But I don't give a fuck about that end part. I'm glad, I'm happy that I'm vulnerable. I'm happy that I can be sensitive. And if that makes me more on the feminine side, then shit, I guess that's the side I fit on.
But then, you're right. But I think it's just the whole thing with the man.
His role, eh?
Just his role, you know? You know, the working outside, like what the Bible says, that's just a metaphor of the man's role in the family.
Role in the family,
you know?
Is too.
Of course, the woman can go be the breadwinner too. I mean, we need to in this day and age, because you can't have one income these days.
Exactly.
Wow, you're going to be poor. It's not like the 80s where, you know, the mom stays home and the dad goes to work and you
still able to afford the house.
Still afford everything. Those days are gone. Yeah. Like you need like even two incomes. Yeah. Like it's not gonna cut it. Not gonna cut it anymore. You know, and that's what's fucked up about the economy right now. You know, it's like, and you hear all these stories all the time. Like I would never think that having two incomes and you're still poor.
Still won't be enough, eh? Still making ends meet.
What the hell was that?
Yeah. What is that? Oh, no, honestly, what is that? Is there a logical answer to that? We don't know, eh?
It's sad. It's
Yeah.
not right. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not right to me.
Yeah.
You know.
Because then it means you kind of can't have kids, eh? If your partner has to not work.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Times are changing. You know, and it gets harder and harder.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when I spoke about the toxic masculinity thing, that's just one of many things that are coming out.
Oh,
different stuff. You know, that's just one of them.
Yeah.
You know, and
There's so many things that people are trying, there's so many battles people are trying to champion, eh? That none of it is getting solved. It's almost like you just need to knuckle down on the one first.
yeah, that's
Then
right.
go.
Or prioritize.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
prioritize. Like I see all these protests, I see all these things happening, and I'm wondering if are these people right at home?
Yeah.
Like if they got everything sorted at home?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
before you go out, be righteous and
Yeah.
go heal the world. Is everything?
You
Are you
heal-
talking to your mom and dad?
Yeah.
Are you?
You're doing
are
the
you
simple stuff.
having a good relationship with your parents?
Yeah, because like we discussed, there is a blueprint there that you can follow if you want to be a good citizen. The higher ups who are like sitting there on top watching everyone protest are just like, look at these motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly. You know, exactly. It's like because they don't understand what's real or not.
Yeah.
You know, they got no time for little things like this. You know.
And like this day and age, you're only relevant for like a minute before something else comes along and everyone will forget about what you did. Like, you know, everyone wants to binge the whole season now and then move on to the next one.
Yeah, yeah. So, with you in work, like, what do you see in the future for you? Like Shortland Street, do you see yourself moving on to be a part of a bigger thing?
Oh, the end goal is definitely Hollywood. Like,
Yeah.
since I started this gig, it was always Marvel movies or not at all. Like, you know, the big goal for me, my ultimate dream is to be able to transition, like, is to be like Denzel, because, you know, he does the theatre play and then he directs the project and then he does the movie, then he goes back and does that. Like, that's the ultimate dream. But I think, yeah, definitely Hollywood is where I want to be. Yeah, I just want to do big movies. I used to be like, oh, I want to win an Oscar. I want to win.
Yeah.
I'm not too fussed about that now. I just want to do fun stuff. Like I want to be able to enjoy. I want to be able to assume that role of the man of the house and go, babe, you don't need to work anymore. I can make us enough money so that you can just, you know, if you want to, you can work. Like I'm not going to hold that against you. But if you said, I just want to raise our kids, then yeah, I want to be able to do that. Yeah.
That's a good thing. That like, oh, you can work if you want to, but
Yeah.
you don't need to.
Like it's up to you. But
Yeah, it's
just
up
so
to you.
you know, if you want to chill, all good. I got you, sis.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the ultimate dream, and we're not doing that right now. Like she will still go back to work, after she goes after her leave, but yeah, that's the big dream. I want to have lots of kids, and I want to be able to take care of all of them. Like, and I want to be able to have my gas full on the Tuesday,
yeah.
and still look after my mum who's here. But like it's weird, because nowadays, because there's the path to Hollywood used to be linear. It used to be, you go to drama school, then you do the theatre show, then you do the TV show, and then you do the movie. But now there's no direct path. Now you can just
Go
get a
from
movie
anywhere.
Yeah, it's dope. Like it's dope in that sense.
Because you didn't go through the training. You didn't go to the drama school, did you?
I didn't go to drama school. I trained with a theatre company.
Oh, so
and then
school, theatre company.
Theatre show.
So it's pretty much getting a job straight away and training.
Basically, that's it. Yeah,
job training,
like traditional kind of in that traditional way.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Now you can make it from anywhere. You can go from making TikToks to being a box office hit, or you could do the theatre and then go on to the movies. And like, there's no direct path. But if there was, you would have to go through Ferndale. You would have to go through Shortland Street to get there.
Yeah.
If I have my say, but you don't. It's a different world now.
Bueller's been a guy that's got the blueprint there.
Well, that's it. Like when you ask me who my favorite actors were, like I have those big ones, but then like you sometimes you don't have to look up to be inspired. You just look next to you. You just look to who's around you.
Yeah.
Bueller, Dom, who you had on the show, is one of my favorite actors. There's a girl. Her name's Denise To'a. Her husband, or her partner, sorry, he plays Big Ben on the ASB ads. The big Samoan fella.
Yeah.
His partner, bro, she doesn't do any acting anymore, but she was one of the best actors I've seen. She had a kid and she went and did teaching.
All right.
But you watch it and you go, Swunga, you got it, G. But yeah, Bueller's like he cracked it. And his my mentality is different, eh? Like,
because I remember him when he first came out. First saw him on Shortland Street, then saw him on a few other short films.
Harry.
And
wait,
I always thought they stereotyped him because he was always the bad guy.
like typecast him.
Yeah.
Like,
Always typecast him. Like he was always the gangster guy. You know. And then when he got that gig at Hawaii Five-0, I was like, damn, that guy, man,
cracked it, eh?
Cracked it, man.
I think, you know what? Like, I don't know. I haven't had a chat to him about it, but I feel like he must have knew the game. Like he must have just gone, okay, maybe this is what I have to do in this time with the culture now. These are the roles I have to take to get a foot in the door. You know,
Right.
if that makes sense at all.
So he sort of transcended that.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get out of that typecasting? Because I see a lot of stories in Hollywood, especially when actors are too scared to do the superhero ones.
Yeah.
They don't want to be stuck in the
Don't want to be stuck in the rom-com role.
yeah,
or something
and
like
be
that.
that always be that person. Like, how do you? What's things to get out of that?
I think it's a risk. I think the first thing you have to realize is I might not get any jobs ever if I do it. I think that's the first hurdle you overcome.
Because we can think of a lot of Hollywood people that have gotten through, like Christopher Reeve.
The Superman dude.
Like, he couldn't get any other part.
Other roles, because that's what.
Then you get Anakin Skywalker, the guy that played him.
Yeah.
He never see him anywhere else again.
Yeah, that's right, eh? Hey, that's right. Maybe he tried and get all the beard, eh? Do you know who did mean though? Matthew McConaughey. Like, he was doing all the rom-coms.
Yeah.
And
he got out of it.
He got out of it and he won Oscars and is, True Detective. He's doing all the serious roles now.
Yeah. I think some actors, they say they're scared to take parts because they don't want to be typecast after that party.
Yeah. And then they just risk not getting any roles ever.
And then you get the actors that are good at playing those character roles, character actors.
Yeah.
That they pop up in all these movies.
Different ones, eh?
As the same guy.
Yeah. Will Smith.
Like like the drug. He's the drug dealer guy.
Yeah.
Or something. He's always the drug dealer guy in every movie. He pops up. Or the guy that's always hysterical.
Yeah.
The hysterical guy.
That's when you know they got kids at home and they need to keep the lights on. That's what that is. Yeah. No, but do you know what? I think Bueller is he's just so talented that he was undeniable. Like anything he did, he probably was just the man at it. And like, he's probably one of the few actors that can play anything. Like, because there are some actors out there who can't play anything, who can only play, the hero, or who can only play the villain role, and they will just stick to those. But he's the guy who can probably transition between both. Like, Thank You for Your Service. Like, he did that movie with Miles Teller. Like, he was mean in that. He was quite a heroic figure. And then he went and did Panthers, and he was like the gang leader, and you saw him enjoy that too.
Yeah. So is that kind of like what you need to do to be better at your craft? Like, just get these different. Yeah. Try get. You know how you're talking about. You gotta talk Irish. Yeah. Don't know why they don't want a brown guy talking Irish.
Exactly. Yeah. Like,
now you gotta talk American. Yeah. Like, how's your American accent?
My American isn't too bad. I think it gets me by in auditions, but it's just a generic American accent. It's not like a New York, they'll be specific about it, and they'll go, "Can you be from Boston?" And you come out and you sound Jamaican or something. Yeah. Right. But I think my standard American is alright. It gets me callbacks at least.
Yeah. Can you talk Hawaiian? The like pigeon, the pigeon,
like a bro. Do you know what?
What did they say, bro?
Bro, I had this audition for Next Goal Wins. And obviously I didn't get the role, but they were like, "Oh, it's a Hawaiian accent, so it's like American, but it's a bit broken."
Yeah, totally. Did they call it pigeon?
That's what they call it pigeon. I was shit in that one, G. I left the room that day and I was like, Taika's gonna see this and he's never gonna hire me again. Say, "Gas, yeah, bro."
Have you heard the Hawaiian accent? The American Hawaiian accent? Yeah, it's really distinctive. It's different.
Is it like because they got all those like Kamehameha in their language? Does it sound like that? Like, hey,
oh man, you gotta go on YouTube and
what's it called?
It's called pigeon.
Pigeon.
Hawaiian pigeon.
Is that their accent?
That's their accent. It's if you can. I don't know if it's right, but it feels like those Australian Samoans, the 1-4 and
Like the issues.
the issues in their accent.
Yeah.
But imagine that accent in the American accent.
Oh, that's buzzy. Honestly,
It's
I
like
can't
a mix.
picture it, but
Yeah, it's like that.
oh,
It's
man.
kind of it reminds me of that how they talk like
Annoying.
HP boys.
Yeah.
How they talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of that.
Oh,
But it's in the
true.
American accent. Yeah,
I need to
it's
watch
weird.
it.
It's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah, but yeah, those kind of things like no, yeah, yeah.
Oh, but no, to answer your question, to break the typecast, you just have to be good at your job. Like, you just have to be on. You just have to know, like, you have to have that level of talent where they can't deny you.
You probably want your bosses to hear this, but when you're working for, you don't have to answer, but Shortland Street, like you're always looking for other things at the same time.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, 100%.
So people are doing that, and then that's when they just write people down there, and if something happens.
Yeah. I think the general consensus is that you can't. I think I sign on, and I know, like, oh yeah, I probably won't be able to do other work, but that doesn't stop me from like hearing about other stuff and going to my agent. Hey, can I audition for this thing that's coming up? And then she will ask Shorty, and she'll go, "Can you get time off here?" And they might say no, and now I'm fine with that. Like, I'm getting a weekly salary from Shortland Street, whether I work 60 hours that week or 2 hours a week. So I got it pretty sweet there. I know that, like, at the end of the day, my respect is to them, my loyalty is to that company. But like, I did an audition for maybe 2 months ago for a live action Lilo and Stitch that's coming out.
Oh, gee.
Like in between scenes, and a lot of actors do it there.
Because New Zealand's good for all these studios coming here, in America. Like, it's still one of the destinations,
Yeah, we got great locations. Like, we got big mountains, we got snow, we got forest. And at the same time, like, brown is like a hot commodity right now. Like, whether it's authentic stories or not, like, Jason Momoa bringing his chief of war here,
Right. Yeah.
like To'a Samoa, what they did for the community and making Samoa money, like making that brand be a big seller.
Because I heard that even Australia's asking for brown
stories,
for brown faces to
yeah,
come
bro.
over.
And you know what's like think about that is that they have their own indigenous culture there that they can do, but they want to, like, Home and Away right now has like a Māori family on it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, why don't you get like your Aboriginal people in that stuff? What a stink, dude!
Yeah.
Hey?
It's not even the GC. And
Yeah,
they got Māoris.
yeah, these guys, like, and do you know what's like? No, I'm not dogging Home and Away, but you know what? Like, cracks me up about that Māori family they got on now too. They're all gorgeous.
Oh, right.
They're all pretty. I'm like, okay, I know the type you're looking for. I know you don't want the gap tooth,
No.
You don't want the hoary accent, You want that blueprint there. I'm like, stink, dudes.
But when that stuff happens, it's obvious. It's like, it's for diversity's sake.
Yeah.
You
Oh, yeah, it's a quota.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a quota.
They're just going, we need to.
But again, man, you can't stop a man getting paid.
Well, that's it.
And that's I think that's the hard part about it,
it's a battle. It's like,
yeah.
And Beulah put it best. Like, sometimes you have to go through that door by yourself before the rest of the group can come. Like, sometimes only you can fit through that door right now. But
yeah, that reminds me. Like, sometimes you gotta go through that.
Yeah.
To make that, to get to a spot where you can call the shots.
Yeah, exactly. So that you can start letting.
But you got to go through the
on.
shit
Exactly.
first. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And like we said before, some people will see that and go, I don't want to be great. I just want to be normal. I don't want to go through that door. Nah, I'm fine here. Yeah, bro.
Fine. It's how do you find entry? Is it hard in terms of it is competitive, It's competitive.
Very competitive, yeah.
And you got to be
You have to very competitive in the world, but in New Zealand especially. Like, there's not heaps of work going around, and even the international productions that come over, they're bringing their own talent here,
right,
and using them, and And New Zealand's the best at going, yeah, we want the best new talent, but then you just see the same face that gets the role
Right.
every time. And like we only, like compared to the States and, Australia, we only have one TV series that shoots year round, and that's Shorty. Whereas, Australia has Neighbours, Home and Away, Wentworth. America has like thousands of network channels. And then like the small gigs that you get here, it's only like 2 months, 3 months. Then you got to go back to whatever. Like, I know like Dom, who you had on the show, he's the man. He was like you have to have a day job to be able to, and still work in the industry. Like he was working, I'm pretty sure he was working at a car dealership.
Right.
While still, rehearsing for a play and doing stuff. But at the same time, that weeds people out too. Like some people will see that and not want to take that step.
Yeah,
and go
survival
too
mode.
hard. Yeah,
survival
too
mode.
hard. Yeah, bro.
You just gotta persevere, I guess. Hey.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you have to. Eh?
it's a tough industry. Like, and like in the work too. Like being told no. Like the film and TV industry is sexist. It's elitist. It's racist. Like to your face. Like they will go, "Oh, your nose is too big. We won't cast you." Or, "Oh, no, we want a more brown person for the role." Yeah, bro.
And that's what I meant with like, what's the industry like? Because when you're saying all this is in your face, and like, I can't imagine being in a workplace where that is just normal.
Yeah,
And
well, that's what it is.
but
normalised
it's
now
what it is
to the point where we don't even know that.
Yeah.
It's like not normal practice.
So with you, like, to get over that, you just accept it. Like, it's just part of the job.
Yeah. Which is kind of bad in a way, like being an enabler for that kind of behavior, eh? But yeah, like, got a son now.
Yeah. And you just gotta wait till you get to that
go
stage in life.
Gotta jump through those hoops,
Yeah.
before I can go, actually, no, my nose is the right size. What are you talking about? But yeah, well, because there's a lot of us out there, like, who are in this kind of pocket where we're not white enough to do white roles, but we're also not like brown enough to do these brown roles. So we're just kind of like in this middle going, hey guys, like, what's the roles we can do? So we're either being told to talk fob or talk proper.
And there's nothing in the middle.
Yeah.
And that's what we were talking about before. Like, where's
the South Auckland raised?
Where's the Pacifica stories?
Pacifica people, yeah. That's it.
Because when that word got invented, it was from a beginning of a generation. Because my parents were born in Samoan, they came over, and I was born here. So there's my generation. And then the next generation is like the Pacifica generation. Yeah. Where everything's westernized. You don't... Because were your parents born in Samoa?
Yeah,
or here?
both parents were born in Samoa.
Yeah, so...
all their kids were born here.
Yeah, so it's the generation after...
Our parents moved here.
No, it's
after
it's
me,
like my kids. It's like my kids.
Okay.
It's their generation growing up with different... it's a different generation.
Yeah.
They're not growing up how I grew up. So I didn't have internet when I was their age.
And they were born into it, eh?
And they were born into it. But it's not like... They go to schools with mixed race. So it's not like everyone's Islanders hanging out with Islanders. And
that's true. Yeah,
it's all mixed.
Different, eh? It's a different generation.
They're not growing up like how I grew up. And they like different things.
Yeah.
They're indoors playing PS5, when we were outside playing. So they're growing up different. So, and they probably, they're not hearing the language as much.
Yeah. Do you mean the Samoan language?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not like me.
Not like how you...
Yeah, because of mum and dad. So, it's all different. So, it's that generation stories. Because it's different to ours.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what that looks like until it's out there.
Yeah.
Like, all I know is all I know kind of thing.
And that generation, too, was like...
It's like it's like your son. If you have some more kids, when they grow up, it's their generation.
They'll be different.
How are they going to...
Yeah.
That'll
be a different story, like a different Pacifica story, different narrative. Yeah, that's right.
Plus, they'll be growing up in Mission Bay, so it was like,
hey, no, I'll make sure to go out south and go, son, this is where Dad grew up. This was the grass he played on. Dad, can we go back home now? Hey, shut up.
that's what I mean.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm really. Did you grow up out west or where did you grow up?
Grow up out west, yeah.
There's a pride, eh? There's a pride in
Yeah.
where you grew up and who
Yeah,
you
there
played
is.
with, and
Yeah.
yeah. I grew up out south, and it was main.
Mm.
It was like you were able to roam the streets when it was dark. Didn't have to tell my parents I was going anywhere. Could go down to the creek and jump in the water and go home, and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah. It's not as scary as people think. Yeah.
Nah, not back then certainly. Well, we didn't have the tablet and stuff then anyway. But hey, Tekken 3 was on. Twisted Metal Black. Did you ever play that?
No.
Was there any consoles when you were growing up?
My first console was Atari.
Oh yeah,
I had
it's like old school.
then it was Sega,
Oh yeah.
and then I think I had I had PlayStation 1, and then that was it for me. I didn't go any further.
Hey, not
Yeah.
even like a 2 or 3
Nah,
or.
I grew out of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think NBA 2K was out. It was just NBA Live.
Oh yeah. Rugby 08. Did you ever play any of that?
It was John Lobo Rugby.
Jonah Lump, bro, you're throwing it back suddenly. Hoses.
It was
Jonah Lump.
John Lobo Rugby.
That's like he's another goat of like sports, eh? Like far out.
Yeah. Oh, you were in that? Were you in that film?
Oh yeah, the Jonah.
The
story.
Jonah film.
Yeah.
How'd you get adapted?
I was quite lucky. I think Danny Mulheron, who directed it, was just at one of my theatre shows once and just said, "Do you want to do this gig?"
Oh, that's a good place for. Oh, theatre. A lot of directors come and find talent from.
You'll find that more often than not. There is a crossover between the talent that's whether it's the director of theatre or the actors. Like a lot of theatre directors go on to direct screen and vice versa. Like our producer at Shortland Street now, he started off in theatre, like doing theatre shows, and now he's running the whole show. But yeah, like a lot of directors will come to theatre shows and poach talent, I guess. But yeah, it's two very different mediums. Like theatre, like they say, like theatre, your acting needs to be big so that the person in the back row it reads for them. Whereas screen, you need to be small enough to fit through just that square of the camera.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So your space is like limited.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But it's still you still play the truth, like just at a different level. Like
Right. So you got Jonah for that. What was your part in that? So I watched that miniseries. I watched it.
I played a made up character, and I played his rival when he was at Wesley College. I was only on for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played the guy he had to usurp to become the guy at school.
I was disappointed in one of the first scenes because it was when Jonah was young and they were riding their bikes.
Oh,
and his mate, whatever, the kid that was riding the other bike, he goes, "Lay the ball."
Oh, did he say something like
and I was saying,
lingo from now?
When they were saying that back then.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what they were telling us not to do that on set too. So I don't know who the actor was, but also pick up your game. And
I was wondering if they're written that in just to relate to the kids now these days.
I think they might have. Like I remember when I was filming my stuff, they were adamant. They're like, "Okay, guys, you can't say us, you can't say uso. You can probably say lad, but like once maybe." Like they were pretty onto it when it came to the lingo about that stuff.
Yeah.
But it is stuff like that takes you out of the
it put
show.
me off.
Eh?
It put me off.
That's makanga. Yeah, yeah, bro.
I think I heard it on Pampers too. Like,
yeah.
I think there were some words that I'm sure my dad wasn't saying that when he was young.
No, do you know what? I heard a lesh go too. I heard a lesh go on it. That's right. And it takes you out, eh? Like you go, because like this is like our big story. Like this is our crowning jewel moment. Like let's show these fuckers we can do a show and do it right. Lesh go.
No.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I did watch the whole thing, yeah.
What did you think?
I thought it was interesting. It was good. Yeah. But yeah, those words put me off. Eh?
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
I had a guest on Buddy Samoan. He's a comic book writer. He works for Disney now.
Michael? Mikau?
Mulipola, yeah.
Mulipola, that's the
yeah.
one.
We were talking about Panthers. And he didn't like it.
Oh, yeah.
he follows the stereotype thing.
Sure.
How we showed the gangs in the first scene, like ruining.
Like giving us like typecasting.
Yeah, typecasting.
Oh, interesting.
And I don't know what I thought about that. I just thought it was just part of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he.
I mean, fair enough if he thinks that. I don't agree. I think it was part of the real story and necessary. Like, I think it's like us as Pacific people, we're not perfect either. Like, you know, we done fucked up sometimes. But what I love about that is they had like that hero storyline, but they also had like that tragic storyline in the same show. And kind of like how I might be thinking too deep into it, but to me it was like you could have two people in the same spot in life and, you know, get given the same stuff, but they could still end up in different scenarios. And like there's this like did you ever watch Selma? It was the Martin Luther King one.
No.
Oh, that's a mean one. That they did the same thing. They made Martin Luther King real by showing all the bad shit he did, like infidelity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I get why he would feel that way.
Yeah, that's what he said. And I didn't think of anything when it came on. Yeah. But he just gave me a perspective.
Fair enough.
His perspective. His other one was he didn't like the fact that there was a story about a white woman talking about women's rights.
Oh.
When it sort of went away from...
Oh, the cops partner.
Yeah, the cops partner, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And her story came through when he thought it shouldn't be about a white woman.
Sure. I'm unsure if that was... I don't even know if that was like a true part of that story too. Maybe it was just like a add-on for them.
Yeah.
I'm unsure. At the end, I still liked it. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. And Jordan, the guy who played the cop.
Yeah.
He was mean in it.
He was good. He was good.
Like,
he was convincing.
He was a presence, Like, hey, not many people can stand across Beulah and hold their own.
Oh, yeah. Because, you know why I thought Jordan was good? Because you know what he's like when you see him on my FM and
jokey lad
and social media. And then he's a totally different person. Totally different person in that show, man. So I can tell he's a good actor. He did a good job.
Bro, have you listened to the morning shift stuff? Have you listened to that stuff?
I listened to when it first came out.
Oh, yeah. Like their first episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To tell the truth, I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Because I wanted them to be real.
I agree.
Like swear
and not dance around the stuff
not
they
be
want
like
to.
my film.
Yeah. That's what they are. That's what, at least the episodes I've heard, it's just like My FM 2.0.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want them to be like that.
Yeah. Because they danced around why they left there. They were like, oh, yeah, we'll get down to the nitty gritty about what really happened. And then they didn't. And it was like, okay, I see. I see what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I listened to it and I was expecting something different.
Yeah.
I was expecting because Jordan came on this show.
Oh,
he came on the podcast ages before my FM. He came on. And he's different if you listen to him on this. He's real.
Is he?
He's real, man. He talks about a lot of controversial things that make sense.
Yeah. He's got an opinion, eh?
He's got an opinion and he
backs
it, and he actually gives his point of view on his thing. Like he's talking about why is there too many takeaways in South Auckland?
Oh yeah.
Can we just
facts?
Can we just all rise up and not have a day and not spend any? But he was talking about how that things are put in place where to keep us down.
Yo, like
so,
us as in our people down here. Yeah.
And it makes you think.
Yeah.
And a lot of that podcast was about him being real. And yeah, I just remember that all the time. I never see it on my FM. Yeah. Because I understand there's radio.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, he has to be like that. Because I'm always thinking about the podcast.
Yeah.
Because he's real on that episode. He's talking about some real shit.
Yeah.
So when I heard about the new podcast that they're doing the what's it called, the breakfast shift, the morning shift, I was expecting some real shit like that. Like I don't want to hear some my FM crap like
this is the segment where I show you what song I like.
And then when I heard it was like my FM, I was like, oh no, I can't listen to this.
Actually, even the way he's on his Instagram is a little bit different to who he is on the waves, on the radio waves. Do you follow him on Instagram or? He posts some cool stuff. Like you get glimpses of the real him, eh?
Yeah. And I think that's what I want. I want to hear real people
stuff, eh?
like real conversations, real talk, what you think. Don't. I like people that don't care what other people think and just say what they think, because it makes you. It makes you know where that person stands, and if you have an idea that counts as their idea, you want to hear it.
Yeah.
So you can understand for yourself if your idea needs that.
Stephen Setsu. Hey? He's the king. Yeah, his flag is in the ground hard. Hey? My man. I'll be honest. I listen to some of his stuff and I go, but then I listen to other stuff and I go, actually, yeah, that is something I'll take from you. Thank you for that.
Have you heard him? He came on too.
Oh, was he on this one?
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
He was probably pretty lit. He was.
He was.
Yeah. Some stuff I hear him say, I go, I think you need to go back to the drawing boards. And then,
he said something really that made a lot of people angry on the podcast.
What did he say?
He talked about depression, how it's not real, and stuff like that. Oh man.
That's yeah, sorry, Ulf. I think you can take the L on that one.
Yeah. No, why would you say that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But then at the same time you go, you know where he stands.
Yeah.
So now you can have that convo with him, eh?
Yeah,
now
that's right. And that's why I appreciate him coming on.
Yeah.
Because people get to hear him talk for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And
as opposed to just
as opposed to that.
and
you can make your mind up for yourself if he's really like that.
Yeah.
Another example is Kiss the Floor.
Yeah, I did listen to one of him.
Like that guy, he's different to what he sounds like on social media.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's because of his wrestling. Because he's in character in wrestling.
Yeah,
so
he's got the promo. He's doing a promo all the time.
Yeah, so he's got the qualities of an actor.
Yeah.
Where you can transform yourself into someone else. And I think that he's his wrestling persona in the social media.
Oh, I see.
When he does his rants.
Yeah. When the camera's on him.
When the camera's on him, he does his rants, talking about stuff. His controversial stuff he talks about on TikTok.
Yeah. Actually, I listened to when he was on this. He wasn't as hard on his opinion as he was on TikTok. Eh?
Yeah, well, he came across a normal person. Normal than he was on his... I think this is his going into... I think that's just his wrestling thing, you know. Take your personality from your work.
Yeah.
Two different things. He's in character and then...
Yo.
Just like you understand, you're an actor.
Yeah,
like,
of course, bro, of course.
Yeah. I think Steven Setz was the same because he was a battle rapper.
Yeah.
And you got to be a certain kind of
person to do that, eh?
And have that certain kind of energy. And you got to be good with your words.
Yeah.
You know, because you got to put your opponent down.
Yeah.
So you got to have that aggressive kind of energy to do that. And for him to do that so long, like he's just carried on.
That's
with that.
him now, eh? It's like bleeded into his real life.
Yeah, that stuff. So I think with the difference between Christopher and Steven Setzel was the same no matter what. He's still the same.
Whether the camera's on or not, he's that guy.
He's that guy. And Christopher is like two different guys. Yeah.
That's true. Because were they beefing? Like, did they have like back and forth?
I think people started to stitch them up.
Was our doing it? Did we hype them up?
Yeah, people stitching them up and stuff. But it's funny with that, because we talked about it too, like with TikTok, how people can stitch up other people's videos and put it on. So that's how it starts. Yeah. And it just creates a big deal.
That's to me, I don't get the stitching, eh? Like, that's just another form of keyboard warrior to me. Like, because even though you're saying that to your camera, nothing will get you to be in front of that person's face. Like, everyone's too piffy, like, I love Steven Tetzel's he's probably the only person who will, like, have his opinion and, like, have a convo one-on-one with someone about it. I don't think anyone else will back their opinions face-to-face, eh?
No. But I think what makes him what he is, you're right. He backs his opinions. Even though you might not agree, I don't think he's the type to change his mind. In front of you?
Oh, really?
In front of you. I think he'll think about it, go away.
And then go.
And then, he was right. I just don't want to give him the pleasure of,
that kind of
But that's the battle rap mentality, I think. You know, you can't give in. Like, you're going to destroy your opponent. Yeah. I think that mentality stays, there's a bit of that, So it's interesting. Yeah. Because when I talk to these people, I'm like, fuck.
And I want you to be real. Like, I don't want you to...
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, that's the thing here. Like, it just goes back to the thing of who, like, do we know, like with Kiss the Floor, like, even though he's these two different people, like, do we really know which one he really is? Like, is he holding back when he's on here? But he's really like his TikToks, or is that TikTok the fake one? And he's really like that guy.
Saying,
like it's kind of hard
like,
to.
when you're home, are you still acting, or are you?
Or which one are you? But
are you Theo, or are you still acting, or you bring a character home, or?
yeah. But that's to your point, though. Is like the reason you need to be like your true self is so we know, like, so we know which one is you. You don't have to like go, is he that guy or is he that guy? Like,
exactly, and because I watch a lot of American sports.
Yeah.
Do you watch American sports much?
Not a lot, to be honest. None. None.
Because I love what their sports shows. Because they are so aggressive.
Yeah.
With what they say.
I think I hear you talk about Stephen A. Smith a bit.
Yeah. Oh man, he's the man. I love him because he just says what he says, how he feels. And he told Jay Williams off on the show because he wasn't sticking with his opinion.
Hey.
Right on the show.
And he said, told the other guy off.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like I don't want you to say what you think. I just want to say how you feel.
How you feel, eh?
What do you feel?
Yeah.
Like, don't come in here and my show and just talk about what you think. I want to know how you feel.
Oh,
like, you know,
what a gangs.
You know,
Bro,
like,
do we have anyone like that in NZ? Do we have anyone?
Man, I hope.
Not in the sports realm, at least, eh?
Well, not in the sports realm.
Yeah, because it's too, credit to the boys. Just like to thank Telecom for sponsoring the game.
Well, you know, it's like, it's not entertaining. You know? I think because I watch American sports so much, like, these sports shows are just extreme, you know?
Yeah.
New Zealand will never do that. I have presenters like that, like Charles Barkley when he's going off at people, you know?
What's the other? Shannon Sharp?
Shannon Sharp. And, just different beasts, eh? Like, are you a fan of NRL?
This year I am.
So, NRL 360, the show over there in Australia. So they're a similar kind of thing.
Who are the presenters on that one? Is that,
Paul Kent.
Paul Kent. Is it the older fellas?
Yeah,
that's
old guys.
Not the Andrew Johns one, eh? Is that?
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Okay.
the older fellas.
I know what I'm talking about.
He's a journalist. There's Paul Kent and there's, I forgot the other dude's name. But they've got, I think Brett Finesta hosts as well.
Yeah.
But those guys are just controversial with their takes. They go hard.
Like with the Soliti stuff.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, they take no prisoners.
Yeah.
And they always seem to put the Islanders down. The Islander players.
Yeah, that's right, eh?
Like Paul Kent, he like talks heaps of shit about the Penrith Panthers so much. Like even
you don't get it. Oof, that's right.
Yeah. You even bring up the whole Jerome Luai speech at Brian To'a's wedding. You brought that up on the show.
Oh, really?
Like you were saying, man, I really think the Penrith Panthers should have got that speech and just studied and just scanned, like, proofread the speech. Made sure. What?
Really?
That's got nothing to do with the game.
Nothing at all. Yeah.
But it's just there to make controversy.
Yeah.
To make people talk.
Do you think he's after the controversy, or do you think he actually believes that what he's saying?
Well, I think he's got no holds barred with what he says, and I think a lot of it is to do with being controversial, because he's got a column in Australia that you got to pay to read.
Right.
So if he's doing it for his that.
Yeah, that's right. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
There's no such thing as bad publicity, you know. And he says so many controversial things. It comes on social media all the time, and people always talk about it. Like, you see the comments on Facebook. People going at him like, "You asshole! You can't say that.
You can't say
you know?
that." That's a weird thing to say nowadays. Eh? You can't say that. Like,
you can't say
like
that.
Oh, interesting. Like, why not?
See, but the thing is, as a sports fan, I actually love it because it gets you engaged,
passionate. Gets you
engaged and passionate about it. And I think that's what's missing in New Zealand sports. Our sports culture is so weak. I think. Yeah, we're too.
It's sacred to us. Our sports, we treat it like it's precious.
Yeah, and we can't even.
Can't rock the boat.
We can't rock the boat, man. Because if you watch our shows, our talk shows, our rugby talk shows,
do you guys go
boring?
I mean, our actual ones on the airwaves.
Our ones, boring. Yeah, like Sky TV, because they're the only show in town. They're the only network that does sports here. You know, and they've got the rights to All Blacks and all their stuff. It's like almost like they can't say anything bad. They can't criticize the NZR.
Yeah,
you know. And I don't know why, because they're the only sports network in town, because Spark Sports is gone now. And they've got the rights to the All Black scenes, but they can't
They can't
talk
dog
about
it. They
it.
can't
Yeah,
criticize
yeah.
it. They can't. Wow.
Yeah, but if Stephen A. Smith was here,
He
man,
would,
he would
first
go.
one, eh?
He'll be the first one to say, "Why is Moana Pacifica still in Super Rugby? Because they've lost every game. They lost 59-0 to Hurricanes.
Yeah.
You know, they lost. Like, why are they still here? Why are they still here? This is a waste of time, team. Get them out. Like, you know." But he's saying what people think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
You know?
Everyone's thinking it, eh? We
Yeah,
just
everyone's
need
thinking
someone
it,
to say it.
but no one's gonna say it.
Yeah.
And you know that is a big elephant in the room when you talk about Moana Pacifica's record.
Yeah.
You know that's a big why isn't that a talking point?
Yeah.
You know, and no one wants to talk about it. You watch these shows, no one wants to talk about it. You know,
They're like, and you can't say we're being racist because the Drua team, we're not dogging them because they're doing mean.
exactly.
Because they're playing well.
Exactly.
You're not going to hear us go, kick the Drua out. They're not.
Yeah, exactly.
They're mean. They're
They're
like,
playing mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. But would it be different if Moana Pacifica was playing mean?
Yeah.
Maybe. But look at what they got in the team.
Yeah.
Right. They got guys past their prime that used to play for the Wallabies.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
they're past
Christian
they're past their prime. You got guys on the fringes of maybe, you know,
making the All Blacks and stuff too.
or making Super Rugby even. You know, they're just.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Do they have any top players in their teams? And you know, do they have like all the other? You know what I mean?
I
Like,
know what you mean.
yeah,
Yeah,
that-
like the Blues have like 9 All Blacks in their team. or
Yeah,
whatever,
exactly.
And then the Crusaders.
Yeah, exactly. And then, see, it's almost like because my take. You know, you want to hear my take?
Go on. I want to hear your
You wanna
take.
hear my take?
Yeah.
They should scrap the Moana Pacifica because this is a team of no home.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah. Right. They're at Mount Smart.
they're around
It's
smart,
their home.
but you look at the games. There's no one there on the
Yeah.
stands, just their families.
Yeah.
You know, and then they're gonna play in Samoa this weekend with the Reds, and that's easy for them to hype up over there because
Yeah.
you know Samoa, you know they all want to go watch the game, so that's cool. But really, they're a team of no home,
Yeah.
and if you've got a team of no home, then who's your fan base?
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
So I think they need to be a South Auckland team. I think they need to rebrand South Auckland Raiders or South Auckland
Yeah.
something,
That's lit.
and bring South Auckland into it, because then you've got a place.
Yeah.
You got identity where people can identify with.
Yeah.
you know?
That's identity. Yeah. Your team
Yeah, it's all
needs
about
the
identity. You know, I get it. They want to identify with Pacifica. They want to have Tongans in there. They want to have Tongans in there. They want to have Samoans in there
Yeah.
and Fijians in there. But where in the world is there ever a team in any sport in a domestic competition or competition with a team based on ethnicity?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, eh? That's so true.
You know, where like this team is based on ethnicity, right?
And because they pitched that as like their point A, like that was their selling point A. It was that these are Pacifica players,
Yeah.
eh? It's like
Yeah.
that's such a weird twist on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but who cares?
Yeah.
But who cares?
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm still sworn in Blues.
Yeah. That's right,
And
eh?
yeah, this is a Pacifica team, but there's Pacifica players everywhere in Super Rugby. You know, it's not like there's no Islanders playing in other teams. Like the best Islanders are playing in other teams.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
You know?
They'll get all the like first round picks and then pick 54 of the 6th round.
I mean, you might
going
as
to
well
go to.
you might as well call Hurricanes Islanders because
Yeah.
they're all Islanders.
Yeah,
You know,
that's so true.
you know. So what? So what is the team besides a team that 20% is owned by NZR? You know, because yeah, they say there's a
Yeah.
team that they can play and they play for Tonga and Samoa, but really, they're just another team for NZR to grab players. Too.
Yeah. Because if you play for Moana, how does it work? Do you automatically pledge for All Blacks or nah? Or the Super Rugby?
So what they said was 20% of the players have to be aligned to New Zealand,
And if you want to have a franchise or something. And
the makeup of the team.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think, yeah. So
I like your take. Like
You
a
know?
South Auckland team.
yeah, South Auckland team.
Because that's your identity there. That's like your base. They would almost benefit, like, because they're being blurry about it, they're just going, we'll just have this Pan-Pacific team.
Yeah.
Whereas you would just benefit from going, we'll just have a team from Samoa, because then they will have a fan base and they will have a home, as opposed to just going, oh yeah, we'll take these players from this island and this players from this island.
Because that's what Fiji Drua is, a team with a home. They have got a home. They got Fiji.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know, that's them. And it's I just reckon enough is enough, man. They've been losing. They're
Sky
59.
Sport, if you're listening, get them on.
But it's like another thing. Right now, there's a reason why you're watching NRL more this year, because the competition is way better.
Yeah.
It's way better.
Yeah.
Their product as a product, NRL. If you compare NRL to Super Rugby Pacific right now, mate, no chance.
Yeah, and the way they like market it, like you're right, the way they like shoot their like promos and stuff with the players, like with their players, the smokes coming behind them and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like American football. It's like
Exactly.
they create that they reward their fans with that stuff. They're like, thank you for watching our team. They don't say that, but they're like, thank you for watching our team. Here's your favorite player talking to you directly on the screen.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what that does also? Because we talk about storytelling, it creates a story.
Creates the narrative for that teammate.
Yeah,
that's right.
When you have in NRL 360 and you have these old guys talking shit, it makes fans angry.
That's
right?
the hype,
That's the hype, and then the story comes out of it because everyone wants a story. They're looking on social media. They're reading why is he taking like that? Why has he got that take for?
That's right.
Like, why is he being an asshole? Like, see, they're building up, and then they go watch the team. Yeah, see, I told you.
Yeah.
They won. Yeah, now what? See? Because they're all interested. It's all focused. Where's the story in New Zealand sports?
Nowhere.
Where's any story in the NZR? Like, they're always secret about behind the scenes and all that.
They all want to be the good guy, eh? They all want to be the role model for the kids.
There's no news controversy and everything. Everything's quiet,
Yeah.
They don't have... That's why Sky TV sucks, because they don't have the presenters or they don't have journalists in their shows. They have ex-players.
Right.
They're not journalists. They're ex-players.
Ex-players, eh?
But they're all ex-players. If you look at American shows, they got players, they got journalists, they got fan.
Yeah.
They got all these different perspectives,
point of views, eh?
all different point of views, And sometimes you don't want the thing is of the ex-players being on the panel, all of them. Sometimes they get too technical.
Yeah.
And the average fan doesn't want to hear all that.
They don't
shit.
know. They don't understand the lingo. There's no story.
Or they're just not interested in getting into that technical stuff. Like, I just want to watch the game, man. Like, just tell me, like, can we get the fan there?
Yeah. Why do you think Sky Sport is like that? Like, I know there's like branding and stuff like that, but why do you think they don't like the big personalities on their show? What is it?
Man, I don't know. I think there's like a certain way they do things, and it might be NZI has a big hand in it.
Yeah.
Like, they want to be, because All Blacks is big commodity. They want to protect their identity.
Yeah.
They want no controversy. They want negative things. They're still calling Super Rugby the best competition, which I think has gone downhill ever since South Africa left. And that's the thing, because all the money's up north, in England and Japan and all those places. That's where all our players are going, and that's why South Africa left up there. That at the end of the day, they're gonna suck us dry. All our talent's gonna leave, go up north where the money is.
Yeah.
Our competition sucks, so the money's going already. Because it's only because Australia is far behind in skill level that only games we want to watch are the New Zealand
teams.
New Zealand teams. Like, no one wants to watch Melbourne play Perth. Fuck. I wants to watch that game besides them.
Yeah. Bro, do you remember there was a hot minute where like high school rugby was the thing, eh? Were you?
I see, and that's another thing. They took the TV out from that
because they didn't like how because it was controversial, eh? When I was in high school, we were being televised, but our St. Kitts was known for poaching players.
Buying players, yeah.
And the narrative became, who's the team that's going to beat St. Kitts? And that got eyes on our product, and I think that's why it was so hot in that time period. Like, there was a good guy, bad guy, like, and you rooted for whoever you wanted to, but did that get a bit much for them? Did they not like their players being too out there? What was up with that?
Well, personally, there's nothing wrong. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think any player that gets poached is a good thing from a good school.
Yeah,
especially
I got poached.
See, a kid from South Auckland, kid from the islands.
Yep.
I think some schools poach from the islands too.
Yeah, bro, we poached from Fiji. We got a winger from Fiji. We got a winger from Tonga.
Yeah, see, and think about that kid's education.
Yeah,
or lifestyle. What he can get out of not just playing rugby, but with the education side of things. And where would that go? See, that's all positive stuff. When they start saying, "Oh, it's not fair."
Yeah,
it's not fair, and man, it's not fair. But the thing was why they took TV off the 1A comp was because the excuse I heard was, man, players are getting, like, if they drop the ball, they're on national TV, it's bad for their mental health. It's like, what?
Wow.
What?
What a softies.
What?
Is that what they said? Was it their...
Well, that's what I read. There was a lot of things. There was a lot of things. There was things like, schools taking advantage of the Sky TV because now they want to, get players in, and because they've got footage of their school. Hey, because of all the attention.
That's right.
Schools want to, use it for the advertising and that sort of stuff. But hey, man, it's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do? How else are people gonna watch? And then the excuse of kids' mental health, if they drop the ball on national TV, is like, oh man, that's
what you're worried about. They did, they kind of kicked out Izzy from New Zealand too, like the NZ media.
Because it's not a New Zealand sport or something.
Yeah, and he's too brash. He's too brash for us, and he's Like even I don't watch a huge UFC, but even he's not even flying the New Zealand flag anymore. He's got his Nigerian flag on his back.
Yeah, and it was funny because I had a friend over. We were watching the fight, and he threw his Nigerian flag on, and my friend was laughing.
Yeah,
and I said, "No, that's all right, because I bet you, if Samoans representing New Zealand, they'll put on the Samoan flag too.
Yeah, that's true.
Like David To'a, he had the Samoan flag, but he had both flags.
Yeah.
But I think the way New Zealand treated Izzy, now he's not going to pull out that flag, I think.
Yeah. Bro, on that note, did you ever go to any parade or anything? Did you ever?
Yeah, there was one out west.
That was a moment, eh? Wow, how hot was that moment, gee?
And that's another thing with rugby league so popular now, because of that World Cup, man. That World Cup was mean, especially for Samoa.
Like we got like the biggest star in the world to talk about rugby league.
Yeah,
like
the Rock,
I don't know how many followers he has, but if even 1% of his followers watch that, like which will probably be like 3 or 4 million, that's what Samoa did for your sport. That's what the Penrith Panthers did for your sport.
Exactly.
Right. I love those boys. They just got that swag about them, man. They just like they don't care. They're just like.
Yeah, and they got criticisms from that too. The way they acted after they won the grand final.
Right.
Like there were two, especially Jerome. He was like with the cigar and with the sunglasses and the trophy.
What are those guys?
Like there's no class. Those guys don't need boys have got no class.
Don't need it. Don't need the class.
Yeah, man. That's I just wish there was. Storytelling, man. I think thing I got out of this podcast talking to you, bro, was, man, storytelling.
Yeah,
that is that storytelling for me, especially the last year gone past. Is, I think it was COVID. During COVID, storytelling has been top of my list.
Nice.
With how to express it. I love it.
It's dope. I think because and the thing with storytelling is sometimes you don't even have to be aware that you're telling that story to tell a story.
It's so powerful.
Yeah.
And you can apply it anywhere.
Yeah.
To gain traction on anything.
And there's a lesson in everything.
Yeah, there is a lesson in everything.
You can take a story from anywhere.
And I think in our culture, with popular culture here in New Zealand, I think a lot of storytelling is missing from a lot of things that should be.
Yeah.
Like sport, our sports culture. Our sports culture in New Zealand, I think, needs storytelling. And that's why I love American sports, because they tell it like, man, they can blow up anything as a big deal in a story. Look at The Last Dance.
Yeah, that's right. Bro.
Have you seen all the ESPN 3430s?
Nah.
They got a story on every single sporting thing. They can make one up and tell an hour, 2 hour story on it.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that here, eh?
Well, we don't have. I don't think we have enough footage.
Right.
In America, they got so much footage of every single thing, every news thing, every game, every interview, that they can make a documentary.
Yeah.
They can make thousands of documentaries of something that just happened.
That's where we need to start then, eh? I think it's because I think we're shy to do that. I think NZ is just we'll make a docu. Oh, but what if we don't win the whole thing? Are we still going to release it? It doesn't matter. Just document it. Like, I think we're just too cool, eh? That's been our whole thing, isn't it? Like,
I think there's thousands of stories in sport, but no one knows how to dig them out, or no one has dug any out.
yeah.
For instance, they like doing stories on players. Like Sky has like half an hour documentary on Carlos Spencer, or players, individual players.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I want stories, like make a story about the rivalry between Blues and Crusaders, or make a story about, do a documentary on a particular game, a controversial game.
Yeah.
Or like when, there's so many.
And I agree.
Doesn't have to be in rugby. It can be in anything.
Do you know, because there's Noah, who wrote Panthers, he just released Red, White and Brass.
See, like that.
Like that's
like that.
like a little nugget story.
Yeah, it's a little nugget story
from the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But there's heaps of those.
But he made like an hour and a half or whatever film about.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I see.
See, but there's heaps of those kind of things.
You could make a story about the guy who cuts the grass for that field or something, eh? Like,
exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Like the dude who cut the grass for
that's
the
what I'm
finals
talking about.
of the game. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah. That's
what
what
his
I'm
journey
about.
was, eh?
Yeah.
Nice.
See,
nice.
you can. These kind of things. America does it really well.
Yeah.
America has stories like that everywhere.
Yeah. They do, hey. They milk it hard.
They
too,
milk
eh?
it hard. Every little thing.
That's right.
And they've got all the footage too. So, yeah, it's a different beast.
Yeah.
It's a different beast. I think New Zealand needs more of that. New Zealand needs more of those New Zealand sports stories, but in a grassroots sort of way,
Sure.
like through a Pacifica lens, because we got heaps of stories like
That's
the school,
the Blue Wall.
yeah, the Blue
Honestly,
Walls,
you need to watch that.
Yeah,
that's the perfect example we're talking
Yeah.
about. Just this
yeah,
little nugget story and this bigger picture, eh? Like
Exactly.
this corner that
exactly,
you might not hear about every day.
yeah,
You
exactly.
honestly watch it. It's mean. It's bad.
I'm watching now on New Zealand Herald.
Unless you have to subscribe for their stuff, because I hate that, eh? How they have that paywall now.
Oh no, I subscribe,
Oh, eh?
but I do the trick.
that's-
I do the trick.
What?
You ring up and you say, "Oh, I want to cancel now," and they ask you, "Oh, why? Why don't you cancel? Oh, it's too expensive." Oh, well, can I give you a deal for next? They've been doing that to me for the last 2 years.
Yeah, so you just get the deal, eh?
I get the $1 a week.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta finesse the system, eh? You gotta keep finessing it.
Yeah, man. So, man, we did 3 hours.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeesh. Yo, my king is probably like, you said it was gonna be only 1 hour. Nah.
Well, at least you got evidence. Don't worry about it.
Hard.
Nah, man. Theo, bro, man, thanks for coming in. It's been awesome talking to you.
Thank you for having me. As soon as I haven't been on any other podcasts before. I've been asked, but I've always been a bit weary. Eh? Like, oh, what is that? But I just feel I listened to your stuff and I was like, oh yeah, that feels like he's pretty open to any point of view,
Oh, yeah.
even if it's a soft point of view, even if it's a held back one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's, because, because I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan,
Yeah,
and I just love his style. Like, it's just a conversation.
yeah,
He doesn't even call it an interview.
yeah.
He just says it's a conversation.
Right.
It's like,
He's a straight shooter, eh? He
Yeah.
doesn't beat around. He just asks the question that's on his
Yeah.
mind.
yeah.
Do you like what's his name? Like, is it like Charlemagne the God? You know that dude?
Oh, yeah. I like his honesty. I like those guys like Stephen A. Smith, Charlemagne the God.
Yeah.
They're straight up, They're themselves.
Yeah.
Straight up. That breakfast show, the New York one.
Is that the one he's on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that is like raw as, man.
Bro.
But I think they got different rules in America of radio, eh?
Yeah, because that's like mainstream airwaves, eh?
Yeah.
They're on.
But it's like,
Yeah.
it's not even the morning shift can do that, not doing that.
Yeah, that's right.
At least get to that level, like I'm
Call
not
them out.
yeah, I'm not shitting on them, but I just wish I want to hear what I want to hear, like
Yeah.
them say.
Take the filters off, eh?
Yeah, take the filters off, man. This podcasting, there's no filters in podcasting.
Yeah.
Save it for the radio. Save it for the big sponsors.
Yeah. I better not hear sponsors come on your show in next minute. Oh, hey guys, it's Cam here. This show sponsored by Gatorade.
Well, hell no. Hell no. I think I told Tim May, like, hey, if, good on him, because he went through this path and he got on the radio.
Yeah.
If I went through the same path and the radio asked me, oh, yeah, can I swear? Nah. Can I talk about anything you want? Nah. Okay, nah. Don't worry about it.
Sure. Yeah. That's the one. That's it. Yeah.
Sure, brother.
Sure. Shows.
Right.